And we are back inside the Seedorf Gymnasium. Championship round of the Class 2A Sectional number 4 as we are ready to go at 106 pounds. Be Blake Engel for West Delaware taking on Arnie Galvin of Mount Vernon. As these two did not wrestle last Saturday. I don't remember how they did in the duel, but we are ready to go.
Arnie Galvin finished in 5th place last weekend, Jamie. So he had a head-to-head over Blake at some point. So I know Coach Voss didn't argue, and Coach Light. So
I think Coach Voss actually said we're number 2.
Yeah.
When they were seeding this, it was actually Arnie Galvin winning 2-1 over Blake Engel in Dyersville for that dual meet. So a rematch here in the finals at 106 pounds in the sectionals.
And this is going to be a good one right here with Engel the freshman and Galvin the junior. Galvin is 22-13. Engel is 24-13. So West Delaware has brought out their championship white singlets. And Jamie, here's an opportunity. You know, Blake Engel has been very aggressive. Last weekend very, very aggressive. And now's the time where you just want to keep pushing the tempo right here.
Well, you do, and he's able to manage that aggressiveness. And again, you have to take advantage of your opportunities. And again, you see some of these Mount Vernon kids today. And I'm not just poking at Mount Vernon because got a lot of respect for Coach Light and his staff. But a lot of backwards movement when they're on their feet. And of course, underneath, they've done a good job of balling up. But Blake Engel has to come out and wrestle the way he's been wrestling these last couple weeks.
Now there's a long single shot with his head to the outside by Galvin. A great opportunity for Engel to pick up a 2-point defensive takedown as he's got the right ankle. He's got a hard crossface. He's going to have to hip into Galvin and break the grip of the junior from Mount Vernon. He's going to try to reach back and step over the ankle. I think he's got the ankle hook. That's going to be 2 right there.
He's not behind that.
He stepped on the ankle. He stepped over the ankle. He's got to get behind the arms. As Galvin still has a hold of the right knee of Blake Engel. Engel's got a far side half Nelson. He's trying to free his he's trying to free his leg. There's going to be a 2-point takedown by Engel. He's riding very high. He's going to have to pull himself back behind the hips of Galvin as Galvin's trying to come out the back door on Engel. Engel up 2-0 with 19 seconds left to go. And this would be a huge win for the freshman from West Delaware here to punch his ticket to the district next weekend at DeWitt. And Jamie, we haven't talked about this yet either. Next weekend at DeWitt, has 2 seconds left to go in this match. Next weekend at DeWitt, there's only 4 wrestlers in each bracket. And if you're a sectional champ here, you're going to wrestle the district and sectional runner-up from the other one. Sometimes that's a blessing and sometimes it's a curse.
Yeah, especially, you never account for, you always got to kind of think there's going to be some upsets in some of those matches. But you got to remember, you finished second here today. You're more than likely your first-round matchup next week is, well, it's not more than likely. It is going to happen. You're going to take on top-ranked Keaton Simon of Central DeWitt. So very important that you win this match and get guaranteed as a sectional champ. And then you get an opportunity to where you're going to wrestle Ethan Forker of Davenport Assumption rather than the top-ranked Keaton Simon.
Well, you're exactly right. So that's always a good thing to go in, and we'll see what Blake Engel can do here. As we're going to start second period in neutral position. Excuse me. As it was Galvin's choice to start the second period. He chose neutral. Right now we got some back and forth action as Galvin is keeping his distance from Engel. Engel's trying to square up and tap and go on Galvin and trying to get his feet moving. Galvin, once again, is just content to slow this match down. There's a nice inside single by Engel.
Got to elevate
to the inside. Hard wizard attempt by Galvin. Engel's now trying to lift that leg up and back trip. He's got the heel up. He's going to try to street top, and he drops down. He drops down to the mat, Jamie, which is a cardinal sin, because then you got to work to get your head back up. He had that ankle way up, and he went to trip and ended up dropping down low instead of staying high.
Well, I think when he had it up in the air, he tried to dive for the other one, and when he did that, he let go of the one he had way up in the air, and Galvin was able to get it back on the mat. So like you said, when you get it up there, you've got to elevate that treetop and get it as high as you can and sweep the leg.
So 33 seconds to go here in period number 2. Engel still clinging to a very precarious 2-0 lead as they tried the elbow pass on Galvin, and Galvin showing some quick footwork there to run out of that move right there. Elbow pass with the right elbow. 17 seconds left to go, and this has been a very strategically wrestled second period here with 10 seconds left to go. Look for Galvin maybe to try to pull a trigger here and score a quick 2 points here, but Engel's not going to let him do that at all as he tries to get there's a long shot by Engel. Let's see whose choice it's going to be. It's going to be Engel's choice. He will choose down. Leading 2-0 with 2 minutes left to go in this match. On the other side of the match, it's Dubuque-Wahlert. That's going to be Digman from Dubuque-Wahlert leading Federico Russo from Center Point, Urbana.
Yeah, and a Digman win would guarantee Blake Engel a spot in the sectional next week, but a nice stand-up and turn-in by Blake Engel. He goes up now 3-0 here. And you don't want to coast here if you're Blake Engel, as that gives that opportunity for Galvin to get in on a shot. But if you're Blake Engel, go back to work, get aggressive as you have been in this entire match.
That is a long shot by Galvin, a reshot by Engel. He's in on a double. Now he's going to drive Digman off the edge of the mat. That was good because he stopped his motion underneath Digman, and Digman could have very easily scored a 2-point defensive takedown there. So Engel drove him off the edge of the mat. So we're going to go back to the middle with a minute and a half left. They're going to start the third period on mat number 2 with Digman from Dubuque-Wahlert up 10-2, and Russo riding. Long shot by Galvin. Nice front headlock by Engel. Let's see if he can cut the corner on Galvin.
He does.
He's got a drive cradle locked up, had it locked up. He's going to pick up 2 as he reaches behind, hits the go behind, and hooks the right leg of Galvin from Mount Vernon. So Engel up right now 5-0, and here's where you got to just push it here, Jamie. Now you're looking for a fall, you're looking for bonus points. You keep building that lead and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, because anytime you get any kind of, you relax at all, as we're going to get stalling warning on Galvin, but anytime you're going to relax at all, it gives Galvin that opportunity to maybe get a reversal. Next thing you know, you could be on your back. So I like what he's doing right now. Is he's working tough on top, and Galvin is looks just kind of gassed out on the bottom of the mat. Which now if you're Arnie Galvin, you might be looking at a wrestle back here.
Yeah, it's still 10-2 with 55 seconds, and again, they will keep these matches. We will not work ahead here at all, Jamie. They will keep these matches together, and they will not start another one until they're both over. So
10 seconds left to go with Engel in that third period, leading 5-0. And looking to finish off Arnie Galvin here and get the rematch. That'll be a fall for Digman over here on mat number 2. So it looks like there will be a wrestle back at 106.
2-point reversal by Galvin with a standing switch. But Engel's going to win 5-2, and he will be your sectional champion here. So seeded number 2, wrestling above his seed here, and he's going to take the gold medal today. It's class 2A section 4. And there will be a wrestle back with Digman and Galvin from Mount Vernon.
That brings us up to 113 pounds. As 113 pounds, it'll be Luke Farmer of West Delaware taking on Dawson Frank of Benton Community. As, of course, that booming voice you hear over the PA system behind us here today is none other than KMCH Sports Director John Swisher. You'll hear him on the air following our matches here today. As here's Luke Farmer with a takedown, and Farmer has Frank on his back. He's got a cross-face cradle locked up, looking for the fall, trying to settle in as Luke Farmer. Plenty of time here to settle in. There's the fall for Luke Farmer in 29 seconds. So Farmer with a fall. Of course, he needs Lincoln Holub to win that match, and Lincoln Holub quickly with a 5-2 lead as he came out and threw Cole Whitehead on his back to start this match. As Whitehead, very good wrestler for Center Point Urbana. trailing now 5-2. So Luke Farmer quickly becomes a fan of Lincoln Holub after Farmer pinned Dawson Frank.
Well, Jamie, Whitehead came out with a high crotch, and Holub caught him with a neck wrench and stepped over and put the double spurs in. And I'm telling you what, it was very close to being a fall there. So a 5 lead by Holub, a 5-2 lead by Holub. See if he can make that hold up, and that'll be wrestleback for Farmer.
I was going to say, we're announcing wrestlebacks here. I wonder if we said there was a wrestleback and there actually wasn't a wrestleback. I wonder if our PA guy would just listen to what we say and announce it over the air. There is a wrestleback at 106. We're just kidding. As now Whitehead going to go to work here, but before we take a short break and get back at 120 pounds, want to thank some of our tournament sponsors here in KMCH. And they include Home Indeed and Independence, Kleesner Sanitation, Kramer Brothers Dairy, Krugman Construction, McDowell Truck and Auto Repair, Moyle Rental Services, and New Vienna Egg Automation. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with Evan Woods at 120 pounds as Woods will be taking on Bryce Radicke of Vinton Schellsburg in the third place match at 120 pounds. And we'll be back right after this. You're listening to it right here from KMCH Sports.
Advantage Home Medical in Monticello provides affordable, quality solutions for all your respiratory and durable medical needs in a caring environment with free delivery in a 50-mile radius. Advantage Home Medical in Monticello proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
Edgewood Feed Mill, where improved nutrition and modern technology produce healthier food for healthier living. The Edgewood Feed Mill, your full feed and grain service and U.S. feed dealer in Edgewood.
This is Jamie Vasky from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street, Manchester, or call 927-2232.
The Woodland Eye Clinic, providing the best in quality eye care and eyewear in the Dyersville, Elkader, West Union, and Guttenberg communities. For a lifetime of healthy vision, be sure to schedule an appointment with a friendly staff and doctors at the Woodland Eye Clinic.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille's Sports Bar on East Main in Manchester.
Holtz Construction in Manchester, your local contractor for all your ag construction needs. Terry and the staff at Holtz Construction support all area athletes and are here to serve you.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
East Buchanan Telephone has been providing outstanding customer service to local areas for over 50 years. Services include high-speed internet, DSL, wireless internet, HD video, business and residential phone service, and more. Call East Buchanan Telephone for more information.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether you're auto, home, business, health, and even your life. People's Insurance Agency, partnering with Heritage Mutual, has been protecting your assets for years. Please call your local insurance advisors located at 1212 West Marion Street. People's Insurance Agency delivers peace of mind.
The staff at Bowenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home in Earlville are proud to support all area athletes and coaching staff in tournament action. Wishing you continued success from Bowenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home in Earlville.
Steve Moyle Masonry, a family-owned commercial masonry contractor based in Manchester. Quality is what we're about. Visit us online at smoylemasonry.com.
Winthrop Locker does all custom and specialty processing and third-party labeling. Stop by the Winthrop Locker for a large selection of award-winning bacon, sausage, jerky, a variety of broad steaks, and more. Visit them online at winthroplocker.com and on Facebook.
Susie Meyer with Exit Realty has been serving the Manchester, Delhi, and surrounding areas with all their real estate needs. Call Susie Meyer with Exit Realty. She has a proven track record and is ready to work for you. Good luck in tournament action from Susie Meyer with Exit Realty.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
C&J Dirt Works in Delaware is here to help you with your tile work, new construction, rock hauling, and more. Contact Chad at C&J Dirt Works to help you with your spring and summer projects, offering free estimates.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Community Insurance in Edgewood is proud to support all area athletes and wish them the best of luck in tournament action. For all of your auto, farm, business, and home insurance, Community Insurance in Edgewood cheering you on to victory.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
And welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium. There will not be a wrestle back at 113 pounds as Luke Farmer was already beaten by Lincoln Holub, and Holub, after that early 5-0 lead over Cole Whitehead of Center Point Urbana, Holub ended up losing that match 13-6, so Luke Farmer will not get a wrestle back. And, you know, Roger, you talk about not getting those wrestle backs as Evan Woods out to a quick takedown on Bryce Radeke of Vinton Schellsburg. As for the Hawks, you know, the fortune, you know, obviously your individual season isn't going to continue here, but for these Hawks, that trip to the Seagulls is one of the goals for the team here, and you get an opportunity to continue.
Well, you do, and that's going to be a good thing. Not only a third-place finisher here, you still got to practice because in case the first or second guy gets hurt in practice or comes down with a sickness of some sort, they're going to call that third person in to wrestle next Saturday at the district. So we always told our third-place finishers, you got to keep practicing, you got to keep your weight close just in case something happens. And occasionally that happens, and it happens at the state meet too. So it's just important that you continue to wrestle, especially with the state duels coming up with a possibility for West Delaware to be there. You got to keep yourself fresh and you know, just keep working to make yourself better. We're looking at weight class 120 right here, and Evan Woods is up 2-0 on Bryce Radeke from Vinton Schellsburg. He's a sophomore. In the championship match, it's Caleb Feasley from Center Point. He's the undefeated senior at 37-0, 36-0. He's up now 4-2 on Ryan Clark from Mount Vernon, and I believe that Clark's losses have been to Feasley. Ryan Clark is ranked 7. He's 29-2. These two wrestled last week in the finals of the Walmack, with Feasley coming on strong in the second, third period to score a decisive win over Clark, and I think that was a major decision. It was 14-7, not quite a major, but 14-7 win by Feasley. And Feasley was made history as Evan Woods is going to throw Radeke on his back. Might be a fall right here with 8 seconds left to go. Ball and chain by Woods, and leg half Nelson on Radeke, and he's going to run out of time right there. But a nice job by Evan Woods to keep the pressure on the sophomore Viking from Vinton Schellsburg. But as I was saying, you know, Feasley is the first four-time champ since 2009. So he's the real deal. He's ranked number 3rd in Class 2A. And we're seeing why right here. He's up 6-2 now on a very, very good Clark from Mount Vernon.
Absolutely. And the first period ends. Evan Woods with that 5-0 lead over Bryce Radeke of Vinton Schellsburg. They're going to go on their feet to start the second period, as it was Radeke's choice. He chose neutral here in period number 2.
A long shot by Radeke and a front headlock by Woods. Let's see if he can score 2 on this. He's usually usually pretty accurate here, and he does. He's going to put his head in the hole, circle from left to right, grab onto that right thigh of Radeke, and pull himself around and pick up a 2-point takedown, up 7-0 right now, and making it look pretty easy right here. And again, when you come in, Jamie, this is a very, very tough weight at weight class 120.
Yeah, you did. And, the top two finishers from the WAMAC, you knew they were going to be in the bracket, and then you've got a very good Evan Woods in there as well. So, it's one of those weights that's just unfortunate that someone has to stay home.
You're exactly right. And as of right now, Woods up 7-0, looking for some more. He's got a tight waist on Radeke. That reaches through and takes a hold of that left wrist, and it's got it pressed against the stomach of Radeke, and he's going to try to tilt Radeke with that tilt. And he's going to try to roll him through, and as he does, Radeke rolls with him, and they'll have to start over right on the edge of the mat with 35 seconds left to go. Championship match now Feasley up 10-4, so it doesn't look real good for Evan Woods here either. But again, you got a whole period. You never know. 13 seconds left to go. In period number 2, Woods up on Radeke, still 7-0, and now he's going to try to tilt Radeke, and Radeke's going to base out on all fours. And there's a nice tilt by Woods. He's going to pick up 2. There's a fall. Tight waist tilt by Evan Woods. As time expires, referee's going to talk to our cowboy and see if it counts. Yes, it does. Right at 4 minutes, Jamie Vasky. Evan Woods with a fall right at the 4-minute timeline. Just it was a slap the mat, and the cowboy slapped the official right there. But Evan Woods making that look real easy right there against a very good sophomore from Benton-Shellsburg, Bryce Radeke.
Absolutely. Great job by Evan Woods getting in there and getting the fall. Like you said, now is kind of the hard part. If you're Evan Woods, you got to go watch Caleb Feasley continue to add points against Ryan Clark, as now it's 13-4 with 1:20 left to go in the third period. So that's kind of the tough part, but the Hawks will definitely rely on Evan Woods moving forward here to help the team in the regional duels and the state duels as well. So nothing to hang your head about finishing third in this tough weight class here. So we're going to take another short break as we'll have Stavely Mowry wrestling for third place next, as he is going to take on Brady Ortner of Benton-Shellsburg, as you're listening to Class 2A Sectional number 4 Wrestling from KMCH Sports.
Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop, the world's largest provider of crop inputs and services. Contact Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop to profit from their experience.
Your family.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Himes Awards provides high-quality awards and custom laser engraving for any occasion. Himes Awards, located inside the Pro Shop of Lightning Lanes in Manchester. Stop in or go to HimesAwards.com.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
And welcome back in to Seedorf Gymnasium, along with in-studio producer Ashley Vick, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed back along with you. No wrestle back at 120. Caleb Feasley defeated Ryan Clark of Mount Vernon. So Evan Woods will finish in third place here today. Stavely Mowry up on mat number 2 now, wrestling for third place, taking on Brady Ortner of Benton-Shellsburg. As a Mowry win, he would need Keegan Sheeler of CPU to defeat Wyatt Bishke of Benton Community in that championship match.
Yeah, Stavely Mowry, Jamie, came out with a really nice shot. Low single, climbed the body of Ortner and tried to finish that, but as he did, Ortner threw in a very nice whizzer and fought off the shot by Mowry, so they're going to have to go back to work. They're going to have to go back to work in neutral, and Sheeler picks up a 2-point takedown on Bishke. That's going to be a whale of a final match right there. And they did not meet. Last week in the tournament, with Bieschke finishing the runner-up to Hayden Taylor from Solon. As the Stavely Mallory once again had that single up. He heads to the outside now. And Bieschke's got Sheeler on his back. As he does, Stavely Mallory's got Ortner lifted up, and he's going to try to finish that shot, cut across to a double, as Ortner tried a neck wrench on Mallory. Mallory's going to try to get his hips underneath and lift Ortner up out of position. Now he cuts across to a double. He's going to run Ortner to his back. He's got a 2-point takedown, and he got a 1,001 count, but no back as Ortner rolled through.
And what I like what Stavely did there is, you mentioned that Ortner tried that neck wrench, and we saw in the state finals a few years ago with, I believe it was Bryce Paul from Alburnett. He had a wicked neck wrench, and I don't remember who beat him in the finals, but the one way to stop a neck wrench is to get him off the ground and get your opponent off the ground. And they can't neck wrench when their feet are off the ground, and that's what Stavely did there. Is he got Ortner off the mat and elevated and got the takedown. He might get a couple near fall points out of this as the first period comes to an end.
Yeah, that was very nice job by Mallory right there, Jamie. He locked up that chicken wing and took one big step and happened to turn Ortner to his back. Sheila's going to tie the match up 5-5 as time expires.
5-4.
Well, I think he got an escape and a takedown. I think I saw an escape and a takedown right there. So, and in the meantime, we're going to go to neutral right here. Ortner's choice. He took neutral with Mallory leading 6-0. Mallory in on another deep shot, a hard whizzer by Ortner. Mallory's going to have to limp arm out of that as he does. Ortner drops in on a fireman's carry, and Mallory sags. Let's see if he can catch Ortner there and pick up two. There's a 2-point takedown by Mallory as he stopped the fireman's carry, and now Mallory on top of Ortner with a cross body right in on the right side. So nice chicken wing by Stavely Mallory right here. We'll see if he can dump Ortner to his back once again. He tried to take a big step, and he caught his left toe underneath Ortner. Ortner's got a hold of the left toe of Stavely Mallory. Mallory's going to work himself back up on top. I think our referee's going to stop him for potentially dangerous. He does, as that left ankle, that left knee of Stavely Mallory got caught underneath Ortner. And nice job there. Good piece of officiating. Mallory now up 8-0, Jamie. And over on the other match, Sheeler is ahead of Bieschke 8-6. So a Mallory win and a Sheeler win would give Stavely Mallory an opportunity for a wrestle back. And we know how hard it is to come back after a tough luck loss, Jamie, and try to win a wrestle back.
Absolutely. You come out of the championship where you're hoping you can come away with a win, and sometimes it's just tough to come back after that loss. So hopefully Sheeler can continue to wrestle well, and same with Stavely Mallory.
Mallory working on a ball and chain on Ortner. He's got the left shoulder of Ortner posted to the mat, and he's trying to get some elevation. As Sheeler's picking up another 2-point near fall off a tilt on Bieschke. A long switch now by Ortner with 9 seconds left to go. Mallory does a nice job with a tight waist and pulls Ortner back underneath him with 3 seconds left to go. We're going to go to period number 3 with Stavely Mallory up 8-0. And let's see whose choice it's going to be. It's going to be Mallory's choice, and I think he's going to go down as Coach Lenz and Coach Litterer in his corner. In his coaching corner, Sheeler now up 10-6. So we could have a wrestle back. And what's going to happen after this round, Jamie? They'll wrestle those fifth-place matches, and then they'll come back with the wrestle back. Mallory with good hand control. He comes to a stand-up. Ortner drops in on a single. Front trip now by Ortner. And Mallory comes out of the front trip with a whizzer. Now he tries to step around and throw a half Nelson and tries to whip Mallory over. Mallory does a nice job getting his inside hip down and pressuring Ortner with 1:36 left to go. Ortner now back up to his feet. He's going to reach down and pick up the left ankle of Stavely Mallory and back trip him. So Mallory will have to go back to work here as he finds himself belly down in the middle of the mat, but still ahead 8-0 and doing a nice job underneath. Now a half Nelson by Ortner. Mallory's going to peel the half Nelson off. Now three-quarter Nelson by Ortner. Three-quarter Nelson as he steps over the left ankle and goes around the head of Stavely Mallory and tries a three-quarter Nelson. And Mallory's doing a nice job keeping that head. Does a nice job keeping that head posted. He's got his both arms out in front of him, and he's doing a good job posting that head as Ortner again tries to crank that three-quarter Nelson over. Mallory kicks the leg free and goes belly down, 44 seconds and counting. Sheeler up 10-6 now, going to period number 3, and he's in the down position. Mallory now working an inside stand-up, cross body ride by Ortner. Mallory now trying to work a defensive fall. And Sheeler with the reversal picks up Bieschke. Now it's 12-6, so it's looking even better for Stavely Mallory right now. 15 seconds left, and off the edge of the mat they go. Mallory up 8-0. He's in good shape here, Jamie Vasky. We talked about this on the 15-minute break. The way Sheeler was wrestling today, Stavely Mallory would have the potential, I think, in one of the first 2 rankings. Sheeler was ranked, so, he came in here at 29-6. He's going to win his 30th match of the year. Win his 30th and 31st match of the year. There's a cross-body ride by Ortner, and he's trying to power half Nelson on the right side. Now he reaches down and tries to get a banana split. Nice switch by Mallory. He's going to pick up a 2-point reversal. Nice hip by the sophomore from West Delaware. He's going to win 10-0, Jamie Vasky. Nice job by the sophomore from West Delaware.
Yeah, looking for a wrestle back, as you said. And Sheeler doing a great job, wrestling outstanding. Because, we kind of thought something wasn't right with him last Saturday at the WAMAC tournament. He was ranked, as you said. He finished 6th and got pinned for the 5th and 6th place match. Mallory kind of took it to him in that one match as well and got beat in the quarterfinals by a kid from Clear Creek, Amana. So he's definitely wrestling like we've seen him wrestle in the past.
Well, we've got 12 seconds left here, and it appears with Sheeler with a cross body right in on Bieschke, he's going to win that match. So Sheeler, seeded 3rd coming into the sectional, has a whale of a day. He'll be your sectional champ, 12-6, and there'll be a wrestle back at 126 with Wyatt Bieschke and Stavely Mallory. And, Jamie, that's a very winnable match for Stavely Mallory.
Absolutely. And like you said, it's that emotion and that mental aspect of it at 126 pounds with Bieschke. He's favored in that match. He was the number 1 seed, and he gets beat in that championship match. So now he's got to try to come back off of a loss. So good match coming up here at 132 pounds. It'll be Ryan Phillips of West Delaware taking on Brock Radicke of Vinton Shellsburg. That was a 2-0 Ryan Phillips win in the semifinals at the WAMAC tournament last Saturday. As nice shot there off of Radicke tried a little softball throw there. Nice shot as Phillips dives in on the leg. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Great job by Ryan Phillips.
That's just a great job of staying with it. And I like what he did there, Jamie, is he kept his body in great position and didn't let Radicke get any space between him. So nice job there. There's going to be a 1-point escape. Now a double by Phillips. He's in deep. He's got Radicke sitting on his back side, and he's going to pick up another 2-point takedown. Let's see if he can climb the body. He does climb the body, and he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown and maybe look for some back points with a tight waist tilt, and Radicke has to go belly down. Brock Radicke 33, 34, and 7. Ryan Phillips 30 and 5, winning his 30th match of his senior year here, having a great season for the West Delaware Hawks. He'd like to cap it off here with a sectional championship here at the Cedar Gymnasium. 40 seconds left to go in period number 1, and Phillips doing a great job keeping the hips of Radicke close to his. Radicke trying to hit him with that switch. And I don't know, Jamie, if Vinton Shellsburg is sporting those long shorts and those tight, breathable T-shirts on top. I don't know how that is when you're wrestling. I guess it's just like practice. I think everybody wears shorts in practice, but these shorts look just a little baggier than most, and there's a lot of room there. So I don't know if you grab on that leg and it slips or there's some movement there, or if you're able to get onto those legs and be able to finish the shots. 9 seconds left to go. Tight waist by Phillips. Radke having no answer for that tough ride as Phillips up on the right side. Tight waist with the left and right in that chop with the right. And let's see, it's going to be Phillips' choice. No, it's going to be Radke's choice. He's going to defer over to Phillips and is going to take neutral. Yes, indeed. Good choice there, I believe, Jamie. Neutral position as he's up 4-1. High crotch by Phillips in deep. Let's see if he can cut across to a double. He does. Now he's got Radke lifted up off the mat. That was a great shot right there by Ryan Phillips from West Delaware as he went to the high crotch. And last week, Jamie, we saw him stay in that and not get that arm out to cut across to a double. That was Johnny Quick getting that arm out.
Yeah, it was. And I think, Ryan Phillips is one of those kids this season that we've seen him so often that he comes out and he's so good at learning from past matches. And, in that match against Schropp last week, some of those things like finishing right away, he knows that he has to do that because against Schropp last week, we saw in that match against Schropp, he wasn't able to finish, and that gave Schropp that opportunity to scramble out of there. And Jalen Schropp is so good out of that position. But great job there by Ryan Phillips, learning from that, finishing right away.
Well, I think they probably spent a lot of time in the wrestling room this week shooting that. He's got such a quick move to that high crotch. And he went to the high crotch and immediately got that right arm out, cut across the hip to a double. Last week he got stuck. Well, we saw that in Benton Community when he wrestled Schropp, and then last week in the finals, Schropp just sit on that and picked up two defensive two-point takedowns off the initial shot by Phillips. 45 seconds left to go. Phillips up 6-1, and once again riding tough. Tight waist with the left, inside wrist with the right. Referee might be talking to him about getting off the hips as Phillips is behind riding. Now goes to the Syracuse right, inside wrist on the right, pops off the hips of Radke, and Radke rolls the wrist out, so Phillips will have to jump back behind and lock that up again. Phillips trying to load a chicken wing up on the right side. He's got a chicken wing looking at him at the left side. If he can reach up and grab that left arm of Radke with 12 seconds left to go. Radke now with his hips up, tries a knee slide to a stand-up, and Phillips goes right back behind, drives him forward, knocks him back off his base, back down to his stomach, and let's see whose choice it's going to be. It's going to be Radke's choice in the third here. Let's see where he decides to go. He's going to go up on top.
I think it's Phillips' choice.
So
I think Phillips chose down.
Okay.
I think he's pointed to green.
So you got to think the legs are going to be coming, and they do. There's a quick turn in by Phillips to a double. Went to a stand-up, and instead of breaking the hands of Radke, he dropped right in on a double and lifted Radke up off his base and covered his hips up very nicely there for a two-point reversal. Now he's got a leg turk in, tries to go hard crossface from right to left, and Ryan Phillips finds himself up right now 8-0 and looking for some more points right here with 1:29 left to go in period number 3. And that 2-0 match last week, Ryan Phillips has found a little moxie in his step here today, and he's opened up the gap. He's widened the gap here. And boy, with the week of weather that we had last week, Jamie, the West Delaware Hawks don't look like they're showing any signs of not being able to get a workout in or weather effects at all.
No, they really don't, and they're wrestling well here today. Just doing a great job of coming out here, and like you said, you can't tell that they weren't in the room. Even though they were only in the room 2 days this week, and it doesn't show here today the way that they've been coming out and being aggressive both on their feet and when they get on top.
I think in your excellent interview with Coach Voss this morning, he said he could tell the way the kids practiced last night that they were ready to go today. So we're seeing sure signs of that right now. The Hawks have not lost a match in this round yet, and looking very good doing it. So far, everybody is third or better, and that's how you win a sectional. That's how you come here and you just dominate your opponent. You wrestle like you're capable of wrestling. 24 seconds left to go. Phillips now with the ball and chain on Radke. He's got the right arm trapped between his legs, trying to lock up a chicken wing. Now a tilt by Phillips. Got a 1,001 count right there. got that ball and chain tilt, ball and chain on the right. He's got the left leg of Brock Radeke hooked, and he tilted him for 1 count, and didn't quite get the whole 2 count. But what a great win right there for the senior from West Delaware. 8-1 after 2-0 last week at Benton Community. Turned that into an 8-1. Very decisive decision here for the senior from West Delaware. That was just a great job right there.
And there will be a wrestle back at 132 as Ryan Phillips beat Jimmy McDermott in the semifinals. So there will be a wrestle back at 132 between. As there will be a wrestle back at 132, it'll be. Am I reading that right?
Yes, you are.
Radeke will be taking on Jimmy McDermott of Dubuque Wahlert. So Phillips wins. Radeke finishes in second. So there will be a wrestle back at 132, as it'll be Brock Radeke taking on Jimmy McDermott in a wrestle back at 132. So 138 pounds. It'll be Jaden Payton in the finals taking on Luke Radeke of Vinton-Shellsburg.
And Radeke was your Walmart Conference champion last week as he defeated Adam Hansen 1-0. 1-0. So, gonna have a great match right here in the finals.
That was overtime too.
I think it was the ultimate
tiebreaker. Yeah.
Ultimate tiebreaker. There's a nice long shot by Payton. Misses mark on the low single as Radeke reached down and pulled him back out of the shot there. 1:13 and counting first period. Over on the second place match, we're watching that as Hansen is up. And we got our 2-point takedown by Radeke from Vinton-Shellsburg on Jaden Payton as he's going to cover his hips up. As he got in deep on a shot, and Payton tried to counter that shot. And Radeke snapped and spun around and picked up 2. Now the crossbody ride by Radeke is going to come in. So Payton's going to have to work and find some room there, find some wiggle room with 35 seconds left to go. See if he can work his way out of this. And now he gets back up on all fours, crossbody ride on the right. And Payton working, he's got good control of the right toe of Radeke. And he's trying to pull that high so he can wiggle his hips out and come out the backside. And Radeke's going to go underneath both arms of Payton. Payton now high up in a tripod stand-up. He's going to try to shake Radeke off, and we're going to get a stalemate right there with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, good job by Jaden Payton. It looked like he could have gone to his back and gave up back points, but did a great job of fighting off there, and great job of fighting off his back and bellying out and just giving up the takedown.
9 seconds left to go, and Payton's going to get a caution for starting before the whistle on that inside stand-up. And he'll get reset. And there's the whistle. Nice stand-up by Payton to his feet. Back trip by Radeke. Payton now trying a knee slide, trying to get back up to his feet. Good hand control there. And Radeke is going to hold him down for no points. So 2-0 lead for Luke Radeke from Vinton-Shellsburg. It'll be his choice. He'll defer over to Payton, and Jaden Payton will take down. So opportunity here for the freshman to score some points here, as on mat number 2. Hansen now up on Akers 2-0. So a Hansen win would send Jaden Payton to the districts next week at Central DeWitt. Nice switch attempt by Payton. Couldn't get his hips out quite far enough as Radeke traveled with him. Went right back to that tight waist to stop the switch. Payton trying to get his knees underneath. There's a stand-up by Payton and a hard, tight waist again by the senior from Vinton-Shellsburg. He just got a very good tight waist, Jamie. We talked about clearing your hips, but you're going to score from underneath.
Yeah, and he's done a great job. Jaden's done a great job of trying to clear his hips, but like you said, Radeke's got such a good tight waist, and he goes right to it, and that's what you got to do right there is Jaden Payton exploding off the whistle, but again, quickly back into that tight wrist series by Luke Radeke.
1:22 and counting, period number 2. Again, Payton choosing down to start period number 2. He's finding the going just a little bit tough here as Radeke up on top, right in an inside wrist, and now back on an ankle. And our referee's going to let him ride that ankle just a little bit longer than I would like. And Peyton finds himself off the edge of the mat. So we're going to restart with 1:10 left to go. And there's a handsome win there with the Spladle. So that should lock in Jaden Payton's trip to the district next week, Jamie.
Imagine that, a Spladle.
And that was tight that time. So Jaden Payton needs to finish this match out right here and take the gold medal. There's a nice knee slide by Payton. He's up to his feet, fighting the hands of Radeke. Radeke's got him up. Boy, there's going to be a warning against Radeke. Radeke's going to reach down and pick up an ankle and then a front trip. And Peyton is going to mule kick off the edge of the mat, so we'll get a restart back to the middle, but a stalling call against Radeke as Peyton came to that stand-up and was a little slow on the lift and return. Another nice stand-up by the freshman from West Delaware. Got to his feet. Radeke now is going to cut him loose. There's a nice job by Peyton to score one. It's 2-1 now with 32 seconds left. Peyton now working on a Russian tie inside. He's got a 2-on-1. Now he's going to drop in on a fireman. Let's see if he can finish it. Got a little bit extended. He's going to have to pull his hips back underneath. As he got extended trying to shoot that fireman's carry, he's going to square off Radeke. Radeke trying to hit a go-behind on Peyton, and Peyton trying to get the corner. No points yet. Now back trip by Radeke. 2-point takedown. Now it's going to be a 4-1 lead. So great idea to shoot that fireman's, but he just got too extended.
Yep, and then that credit to Luke Radeke for getting him extended like that. He did a great job of, once Jaden got in there, you could see him just go big body and just flatten out and sprawl out. And that made it tough for Jaden to try to wrench down on that arm that he had and finish off with the fireman's.
Well, we're going to go to the third period here, and it will be Radeke's choice, and he will choose down. And Peyton will quickly go to a tight waist far ankle. And he has Radeke flattened out. Now he jumps from the right side back over to the left side. Tight waist now with his right. He has Radeke belly down in the middle of the mat. So, you know, Jaden Payton, Jamie, you're grinding right here. Maybe you get a stalling call and then maybe a cheap tilt to tying this thing up. Payton's going to throw a cross body right in on the right side of Radeke. Radeke's going to go belly down and flatten out. And Payton will really have to work hard here. A power half Nelson. Try to expose the shoulder blades of the senior from Vinton Shellsburg, 121 and counting. Peyton now will kick that. Oh, he still got the cross body right in. Now he kicks the leg out. Now he goes inside wrist. Now we're going to get stalling on Radeke. That's going to be one red for Peyton. So now it's 4-2. Peyton now with the cross body right in. He gets a little bit high as Radeke comes to a knee slide, and he's trying to shake Peyton off the top. And again, the freshman from West Delaware does a nice job of keeping his hips tight, climbs back on, tries to put the double legs in right now. And Radeke again working hand control underneath. Peyton's kind of hanging on for dear life right now. Now he has Radeke back down to the mat, 41 seconds and counting. So now you're looking for a real quick tilt here, Jamie, and have this thing tied up with 35 seconds left to go. Radeke now just content to stay belly down.
He is. And at what point do you cut him and try to go back to work on your feet? But I don't think you can at this point. I think you got to try to get some kind of turn.
Well, exactly right. 19 seconds left, and boy, still got a cross body right in on the right. Try to put both legs in and stretch out Radeke. 10 seconds left to go, and Jaden Payton now is going to have to try something real quick here to try to pick up two. There's a nice power half Nelson, and he's got the right shoulder. Radeke posted. Oh, and he's going to run out of time. Boy, oh boy, he had the right shoulder posted. He had Radeke going to his back, and he ran out of time. That's going to be a Radeke, a Walmart champ, and now he's going to tack on a sectional championship to that. But you know what? Jaden Payton, after finishing fourth last week, and coming back in your sectional runner-up in your district qualifier.
Yeah, great job by Jaden Payton. As like you said, he that's a tough match. Radeke's tough, but you know you look at it and you look at the tape this week and you get ready to go see what you need to work on from that match and go back to work, and because you might have to wrestle him again next week.
Well, we're going to weight class 145. And Cale Meyer up, taking on Mitchell Lawaji from Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon having a very, very good tournament here today. And Mitchell Lawaji in the finals for Mount Vernon. And off the edge of the mat they go. And I think these two wrestled second round last weekend with Cale Meyer, an 8-0 major decision. So we'll see if he can go back to work and doing the same thing he did last week, and that's attacking from the get-go. Nice 2-on-1 Russian tie. Got the right arm of Lawaji tied up with it. Looks like he's trying to set up that fireman's carry that he does so well. Now far side fireman's carry. Cuts across to a single. Going to try to back trip Lawaji. He does. And he pulls his arm out. That's a nice job by Cale Meyer to pick up two. Same thing. So you know they worked on that this week, Jamie, because Cale Meyer taking on when he wrestled Jensen from Williamsburg last week. Same thing as Ryan Phillips. Shoot that high crotch and then not be able to get that arm out to block off your opponent. He did a very nice job right there.
Yeah, he did. And, that's coming out right away. And that's key for Cale Meyer. We saw last week where, Cale, he waited, and it was against Garrett Jensen, I believe it was. He waited late in the match to really catch fire, and here today he did it. He's got to continue to do that and start right away and not wait till the last period to try to catch fire.
Yeah, matter of fact, he wrestled Lawaji twice last weekend, beat him 8-0 in the quarterfinals, and then he beat him 8-2 for the bronze medal. So these two are very, very familiar, and sometimes when you wrestle somebody that many times during the course of the year, you get to know each other quite well. Nice first period by Cale Meyer. He's up 2-0. And let's see. Lawaji's going to defer, so Cale Meyer will choose down. Start period number 2. And so we're sporting their championship singlets. And Meyer tries to come with an outside stand-up, and Lawaji with the tight waist chop takes Meyer back down to the mat. So now a knee slide by Meyer. There's a drive cradle by Lawaji as Meyer gets careless. Cale Meyer gets careless in that inside stand-up and leaves his head down. And Lawaji slaps a drive cradle, near side cradle on Cale Meyer. Now Lawaji has Meyer going to his back. Meyer's going to try to roll through. And Lawaji has Cale Meyer in trouble. He's not going to get the fall, but he's picking up. He's going to get 3 near fall right here. As once again, Cale Meyer came to an inside stand-up, kept his head down. Now Lawaji trying to adjust himself here as Meyer trying to break the grip of Lawaji and maybe get a 2-point reversal here. Meyer trying to get his head up and his chest up, and Lawaji trying to sag his hips. Meyer doing everything he can to get out of it. He's going to. That's a 3-point near fall by Lawaji, and 1-point escape by Meyer. It's now tied up at 4-4.
3-3.
Excuse me, 3-3. 3-3. So Cale Meyer dodges a bullet there, Jamie. And again, say what, if you're going to come with that inside stand-up, you better keep your head up.
Yeah, you can. That's exactly what you said. He did a great job of coming to the stand-up, but left his head down, and that's easy to throw the head in or throw that cradle in for Lawaji. So now Cale's got to go back to work on his feet.
Well, he certainly does. He's going to try to tap and go and shoot that single to the right side or left side of Lawaji, and Lawaji's ready for it. Meyer doing a good job being heavy on the head, and boy, that has to take a lot out of you fighting out of that drive cradle. But Cale Meyer not showing any ill effects here as he's back on the go. Lawaji in a square stance. Meyer tries to drop in on a single. A little bit too far away. I'd like to see Cale Meyer close the gap here. He's going to try to drag through on Lawaji. Lawaji tried to come with the front headlock, and Cale Meyer tried to drag him by. 16 seconds left to go. Second period, tied up at 3-3. Here we talked about how long shot by Cale Meyer. Long shot with his head down. Lawaji tried to hit a go behind. Now reshot by Cale Meyer. Boy, Jamie's taking a lot of shots that are a long way away. It's going to be Lawaji's choice right here. And we'll see if Cale Meyer lets him go to start. Cale Meyer's going to cut him right now. So we're going to start the third period in neutral position with Lawaji up now 4-1. As good as Cale Meyer is on top, Jamie, he's got that really good cross-face cradle. and does a nice job riding, ball and chain, and all that good stuff on top. I thought he might try to ride Lawaji for just a little bit. There's that fireman's carry by Meyer. He's got Lawaji on his back, picking up some back points. Should be picking up some back points. He's going to try to go to headlock finish again. He's got Lawaji on his back. Could pick up a fall here. Cale Meyer could pick up a fall. There's the fall. There's the fall in 4:29. Cale Meyer will pick up a fall in 4:29 as he dodges a bullet right there. Jamie gets caught in that drive cradle, that front cradle, fights his way out of it, then shoots that wonderful fireman's carry and picks up the fall, and he'll be your sectional champ.
Yeah, great job by Cale Meyer. Just coming out. I didn't see who won that other match. Did you?
It's still going on.
Oh, it's still going on. That's probably why I didn't see. I got excited watching Cale Meyer, but great job by Cale, fighting off his back and as tight as that was, it would have been easy for Meyer to. There's the fall for Onstetter, so there will not be a wrestle back at 145. Onstetter winning by fall, and that is who Mitchell Lawaji beat in the semifinals. So no wrestle back at 145. But great job by Cale Meyer coming back and getting the fall. Great job by Cale Meyer coming back. As we move up to 152, be Mitchell Mangold from West Delaware taking on Scott Betterton. Again, 3-2 win by Betterton last Saturday in the semifinals of the WAMAC. Third place match at 152. Colin Hoskins, the center pointer Bana, taking on Andrew Lawaji of Mount Vernon.
Yeah, Jamie, this is the one you pay your $6 to come in today, and this finals match right here at 152 is going to be worth your $6. And I think last week it was a Betterton takedown and an escape, and 2 escapes by Mangold, and that's how that match played out last week. There's Mangold in on a shot. Betterton's going to find the edge of the mat, though, so no dice there. We'll have to get a restart. Restart right there as we go back to the middle. So both these guys look like they're outstanding athletes. They both are outstanding athletes. Zach Bevins from Solon was your conference champ, your WAMAC champ. And there's Betterton trying to work a 2-on-1 on Mitch Mangold. Mangold's going to square him off. Now we got over-unders. This is throw or be thrown as Mangold with the over. He's an overhook on the right arm of Betterton and under the left arm. And Betterton's over the right arm of Mangold and under the left arm. So a lot of feeling the pressure here. There's a snap down attempt by Betterton. Mangold tries to throw Betterton on the edge of the mat. And Betterton has to sag on it. Mangold did a nice job there. I'm not sure he had quite enough pressure there, Jamie, to try that, but a good place to try it.
Yeah, right on the edge of the mat. You've got nothing to lose. If it doesn't work, you go out of bounds. So great job by Mangold trying to find that little opening in Betterton and try to throw him off the edge of the mat.
Yeah, Betterton comes in here with a 34-6 record. So a very stout opponent here. And Mangold comes in here with a very nice 28-4 record. So you got a couple of thoroughbreds right here. And with 8 seconds left to go, we're going to have a scoreless first period unless something unbelievable happens in the next 3 seconds, which it will not. We're going to go to the second period. Let's see who gets a coin flip. It's going to be Mangold's choice. He's going to go down. He'll go down to start. Does that surprise you, Jamie?
I think you're looking to score first here if you're Mitchell Mangold. You went 2 minutes on your feet and had nothing to show for it. Now you get an opportunity to score first, and he does and picks up a 1-point escape.
Well, confident underneath. He came with a nice inside stand-up and did a nice job keeping his head up and working hand control. And, again, it's going to be really hard to get cradled when you do such a great job keeping your head up and working hand control. Lawaji from Mount Vernon up on mat number 2. So win by Lawaji would put Mitchell Mangold regardless at the district tournament. But he's after that gold medal here today. He's after a little bit of redemption. There's that Betterton working some snap and goes there on Mangold. And I think Mangold's going to get a headbutt right there, Jamie. Mitchell Mangold took a headbutt from Betterton. And I think it caught him right, not sure if it was right in the forehead Got Coach Lenz over there looking at him very quickly, but that was Betterton in on a headbutt and just hit right on the mark. And Mitch Mangold looks like he might need some smelling salts over there, Jamie. As he's shaking his head, he's taking some injury time right here, trying to get his wits back around him. So
I think he's all right.
I think he is. You know, he's shaking the cobwebs out a little bit. But and that wasn't an intentional headbutt. That's just the way Betterton was on the attack right there and just happened to catch Mitch with his head down just a little bit. Mangold going back to work with a nice snap, trying to front headlock on Betterton. Betterton tried to hit him with a short drag, and Mangold squared him up. Now Betterton pushing Mangold off again, trying to pick up a stalling call, and Mangold's going to circle back in. 109 and counting, period number 2. Mangold up 1-0. Mangold trying to come with Betterton coming with a hard collar tie. Yep, 1-0. Mangold up 1-0. Hard collar tie by Betterton. Mangold doing a nice job fighting those arms off, doing a good job with his hand control. 53 seconds left to go. Mangold with the snap down on Betterton. Now an underhook by Mangold, and Betterton's going to have to back up. Mangold's going to lower his level, and Betterton comes right back to work with a hard collar tie with his right. Mangold's trying to elbow pass. Now Mangold with a double overhook on Betterton. Let's see if he can backtrip. He does. He backtrips Betterton to the mat, and oh boy, just ran out of real estate. Nice job by Mitchell Mangold. Double overhook, hit Betterton with a back trip, and just ran out of real estate as he tried to cover up the hips from the senior from Benton Shellsburg. But I like that action right there.
Yeah, and you could see he was comfortable, and that's what he was trying to do, was get that overhook and drop down and try to right on the edge of the mat is where you can take those chances if you're Mitchell Mangold.
Well, you got 13 seconds here, Jamie. You got to really fight hard these last 15 seconds. Don't relax. Tie up hands. Mangold in on a shot. He's got the knee of Betterton up. Let's see if he can finish it. Betterton in reverse gear. 2 seconds left to go. Mangold has Betterton sitting on his left hip, and we're going to run out of time right there. And it's going to be Betterton's choice to start the third. Great shot by Mangold, and Betterton will choose down. Well, that goes right into the wheelhouse of Mitchell Mangold, as he is very tough on top. And let's see if he can, I'll tell you what, a 2-minute ride here, Jamie, would be just what the doctor ordered for the gold medal. And we'll see if Mangold is up to the task here as Betterton stays on all fours. Mangold starts on the left. Betterton on all fours. Now he's up to his feet. Mangold's going to have to cut him loose. That was just good hand control by the senior from Benton Shellsburg. Got the number 2 and the number 3. There's Betterton in on a shot on Mangold. Mangold tries to roll him through. Again, a deep double shot by Betterton from Benton Shellsburg. Mangold trying to get in a scramble situation. He's over the top of Betterton. He's trying to get his left hip out. Betterton now elevates Mangold. Mangold draped over the back of Betterton. Mangold now grabs the left heel of Betterton, trying to get in a scramble situation. Mangold trying to scramble out of it. There's 2 for Betterton. He's going to pick up a takedown here and go up 3-1. And that was just a hard double shot, a low double shot. Very difficult to defend. And now Betterton has a leg jerk in on Mangold. And Mangold's got some work to do here, Jamie. Needs to get one, get back to his feet, then pick up that winning 2-point takedown here to take this thing 4-3. He's got 45 seconds.
Yeah, you got to make something happen here if you're Mitchell Mangold. But, you know, right now Betterton's in. He's deep. He's got both legs in on Mitchell Mangold. Mangold's got to try to create some motion and come up to his feet.
That's tough to get out of that ride. It's a high thigh ride. Now he's got a leg in. 26 seconds here. I'll tell you what, a reversal would tie this up. 23 seconds to go. Orange and Black Faithful want a stalling call or a stalemate call. 17 seconds left to go. Thank you. We get a stalemate call. Finally, Jamie, that was a long ride. Left that leg in.
Of course, Andrew Luwaji won that match 11-2, a major decision. So if Mangold guaranteed to be in, if he loses this match, there will be no wrestle back at 152.
There's a stand-up by Mangold. Here comes a cross-body ride. I think Betterton's going to cut Mangold loose. Now it's 3-2. Seeing that 3-2 all over again here, Jamie. There's a long single shot by Mangold. Betterton blocking off. Mangold now trying to front headlock, trying to throw Betterton. It's going to be a 3-2, another 3-2 win by Betterton. Worked out the same way as it did last time. 3-2 with Betterton sneaking in a late takedown to take the match, and Mitchell once again is not very happy about that. But the good thing is, Jamie, he'll be a district qualifier, and we'll see him next week at Central DeWitt.
Absolutely, as just gotta flush that one and try to come back next week. And again, you're same situation. You might get an opportunity, and you might have to wrestle Betterton once again next week. So, got to get ready to go again next week against Scott Betterton.
Well, exactly right. Well, now we have Connor Dean from Dubuque-Wahlert, the two-time Minnesota State qualifier, taking on the upstart from West Delaware, the outstanding sophomore Jared Voss. And, Jamie, Dean only has 15, 16, 17 matches in, and he tuckered out against Roos. He had to come from behind to beat Austin Roos from Benton Community. So I'd like to see Jared Voss just push this tempo 6 minutes and just get after this junior Golden Eagle from Dubuque-Wahlert. Stagger stance by Voss, was leading with his left. Now he goes back leading with his right. Short arm drag by Dean. And Voss easily fights out of that. 117 and count. There's an arm drag by Dean. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown on Jared Voss. Just a very, very quick arm drag. And got the angle on Voss and picked up the 2-point takedown. So Voss is down 2-0 with 1:02 left to go in period number 1. Now a tilt attempt by Dean has Voss going to his back for a 1,001 count, and a nice job by Voss to clear his arm. Dean had his left arm trapped, and 48 seconds. Now his knee slides to a stand-up by Voss and off the edge of the mat as Dean pulled him off. Got to keep on him, keep the pressure going, and go this whole 6 minutes. Jared Voss winning his quarterfinal round match, or semifinal round match, 8-0 over Nick Casey from Mount Vernon. And Connor Dean winning 9-5. There's a tilt attempt by Dean, has Jared Voss on his back. Voss now getting tilted for back points, and it looks like it might be a 3-pointer. See what referee, there's a 3-point tilt by Dean from Dubuque-Wahlert. Now Voss to his feet trying to pick up a 1-point escape. It's 5-0. There's a single by Dean as he's going to pull Voss up off the edge, and they both go off the edge of the mat. So 5-0, courtesy of a couple of cheap tilts, Jamie Vasky.
Yeah, and you gotta, if you're Jared Voss here, you gotta try to make something out of this first period. You're down 5-0 here. Try to get one and score some points here before the end of this first period.
And another cheap tilt by Dean has Voss on his back one more time. It's going to be another 3-point near fall, and Connor Dean is now up 8-0 after 1. So Jared Voss is going to have to find something here. Time's going to expire right there. 8-0, first period for Connor Dean. And Jared Voss going to defer over to Dean, and we'll see where Dean decides to go. I wouldn't be surprised if he took back up.
Neutral.
He's going to go neutral. So a good spot for Jared Voss to be. Well, see if he can get going here on a championship match here. It's 2-0.
Third place.
Third place match. It's 2-0 in favor of Nick Casey from Mount Vernon. So Voss going back to work in neutral position, and Connor Dean controlling that left elbow, controlling that left arm, and a Russian tie, a 2-on-1. So Voss is going to shove him off the edge of the mat, so they'll go back to the middle for a restart, 136 and counting. I'd like to see Jared Voss go to work, Jamie, on that low single. He's got such a great low single, and Dean has both arms heavily bandaged, heavily wrapped from the wrist to above the elbows. And Dean trying to work that arm drag again on Voss. Voss in the stagger stance, low single by Voss, too far away, snapping and go behind by Dean, and off the edge of the mat they go. Back to the center of the mat, there's the whistle, 110 and counting. Voss now trying to work some hand control, trying to get a corner, trying to get an angle on Dean. He's got a 2-on-1 of his own, tries a short arm drag, Dean drops in on a single. Hard whizzer by Voss. Whizzer by Voss. They are side to side. Seatbelt position we go. 53 seconds. We might get a stalemate right there. We do get a stalemate. Jared Voss working that Russian tie, that 2-on-1, trying to drag it through. There's that low single by Voss. Misses his mark. Boy, just had Dean on all fours and couldn't quite get the corner on him. There's a long shot by Dean. There's a front headlock by Voss. Let's see if he can get the corner on the junior from Dubuque-Wahlert. 34 seconds. Voss trying to go behind Dean. There's a 2-point takedown by Voss. Let's see if he can turn him over now. Now chicken wing by Voss. And Dean's going to take injury time.
Well, you mentioned in his semifinal match, he kind of gassed out in that semifinal against Austin Roos of Bent Community. And, even though he's taking an injury time here, you can see he's starting to labor a little bit in this second period.
Looks like he's got a cramp as his coaching staff is out there massaging that left hamstring, trying to straighten that out. But he looks like he's in a lot of pain. But, Jared Voss is, that second tilt, if you're down 5-0 and then 5-2, that looks a little bit better than 8-2 right now. So he's got some work left to do.
As he takes injury time, want to thank some of our postseason sponsors here on KMCH, Nutrient Ag Solutions in Independence and Winthrop, Pete's Small Engine Repair, Quick and Handy, Riker Shoes, River's Edge Construction, Simon's Grain and Feed, and Stephen Motors.
Well, looks like he's got the cramp shook out there, and Jared Voss will ride the left side, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in these last 23 seconds. There's Dean all based out, and you're going to get a stalling on Dean. Now, quick stand-up, lift and return by Voss. Nice lift and return by Voss. 8 seconds left to go. Hard cross-face by Voss from the right. Now back to the left with it. 3 seconds left to go, and Dean is going to go belly down, and we're going to go to the third period. Connor Dean's going to try to hold on to this 8-2 lead. And Voss is going to go up on top. Now we'll see if this works to his advantage. Right now it's 3-0 in favor of Nick Casey from Mount Vernon. Now we're going to get caution. Let's see who we get. Caution against, we got blood time here. As Connor Dean going to go to the blood corner here and get another blow, Jamie.
And as he does, we will take a short break and bring you back for the third period of this match. Right after this, you're listening to West Delaware Postseason Wrestling from KMCH Sports.
Beck's, the largest family-owned retail seed company in the U.S., is dedicated to the needs and profitability of farmers. With access to the most diverse genetic and trait offerings in the world, Beck's provides farmers with the right products for their farm. Place a Beck's seed order. Contact your local seed dealers, John McMillan in Aurora, Adam Reth in Manchester, and Russ Funky in Dyersville.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Looking for a place to gather with family and friends? Your look is over. Gather your family and friends and head to the Hillside Sports Bar and Grill. Join them for some great food and sports before, during, or after the game. Best of luck from everyone at Hillside Sports Bar and Grill in Monticello.
Third period here for Jared Voss, and a one-point escape for Dean. Gives him a 9-2 lead now over Jared Voss. Comes right out of the blood corner, and all of a sudden he's a ball of energy.
Yeah, it's amazing what a couple of injury timeouts will do for you. Jared Voss on the get-go here, 148 counting. He's got a lot to make up here. He's down by 7. Needs something very quick, feet to back. And Dean has been warned for stalling, and I'd like to see him keep pushing the pressure here. And Jared Voss pushing the pressure here on the junior from Dubuque-Wahlert. Voss trying to hit a go-behind on Dean. He's got a front headlock. Let's see if he can cut the corner. Dean working the edge of the mat again. He's going to go belly down and spend a lot of time right there. Off the edge of the mat they go. 1:14 and counting. Casey winning that match in front of us, so
that'll guarantee Jared Voss a spot to the district meet.
There's a nice front headlock by Voss. Let's see if he can turn this into two.
Let him
He does.
go.
Got to cut him right now with 59 seconds left to go. It's going to be 9-4. Now 10-5. 53 seconds left. A long shot by Dean. Front headlock by Voss. Voss trying to cut the corner.
Do it again.
Let him go again. Got to let him go again. Got to hustle Jared Voss. Dean's up and facing. Got to go, Jared Voss. 41 seconds left to go. Long shot by Voss. Another opportunity for a front headlock. And off the edge of the mat they go. 36 seconds. It's 11-6 on our scoreboard. Connor Dean, very slow coming back. He's been warned for stalling. Like to see Jared Voss take a couple shots. Snap that head down. Dean doesn't have any legs left. 31 seconds left to go. Dean trying to work the hands. There's a long shot by Voss. Dean now hanging on for dear life. 24 seconds. Dean warned for stalling. 11-7 right now. 21 seconds left to go. Long shot by Dean. In deep on Voss. Voss in a down block. 15 seconds left to go. Connor Dean hanging on for dear life. 11-7 we go here. 10 seconds. Connor Dean hanging on in double position. Voss trying to block him down. Voss trying to head in the side. He's got two. It's 11-9. He's going to run out of time, Jamie Vasky. 11-9. That first period was a killer.
Yeah, it was. But
11-9.
There will be no wrestle back, and Jared Voss will qualify for the district meet. But great effort at the end of that match by Jared Voss. I would not be afraid to wrestle Connor Dean again if I'm Jared Voss.
Yeah, there's a couple, and you can just tell by his reaction out there, Jamie, that he is that first period to get down 8-0. I think he was, he finally woke up in the second, third period and realized that he could wrestle with the guy, but you just ran out of time.
Yeah, he did. As we move up to 170, the Wyatt Volker of West Delaware taking on top-seeded and top-ranked Paul Ryan of Mount Vernon. As those two met last week, there was a 9-2 Paul Ryan win last Saturday in the finals of the WAMAC.
However, the first time they wrestled, it was a 3-2 or 6-4. It was a very, very close match.
3-2, I think.
Whatever it was a very, very close match. So the teacher and the student going at it right here, Jamie, the fine senior from Mount Vernon that has been around the block many, many times, and four-time state qualifier for Mount Vernon. And Wyatt Volker trying to be a first-time state qualifier for West Delaware right here would just be, tell you what, this would just be unbelievable. Again, a very, very, right now out in front of us, Delgado from Benton Community up on Webster from Center Point. 1:10 and counting, first period. Long shot by Ryan. He had an overhook on the right arm of Wyatt Volker, and I tried that far side. Kelly tried to bump the hip of Volker and dump him to his side and cover him up. But Volker did a nice job keeping his hips flat. Sweep single by Ryan in deep. Nice whizzer by Volker, and Ryan tries to drop right in on another shot. Volker right there to block him off. 50 seconds left to go, period number one. Again, this championship match in weight class 170. Again, when these championship matches are done, they'll go right into the fifth place matches and then right back into the wrestlebacks. Long double leg takedown attempt by Ryan. Nicely countered by Volker. Volker's going to have to take a shot here pretty quick to avoid being called for stalling. There's a double leg takedown. I tell you what, both those guys shot at the same time, and Ryan snuck his head under the chest of Volker, and Volker did a nice job. I don't know how he did it, but he got his hips out. There's a go behind by Volker, and Ryan's going to pull him back up. Another long shot by Ryan, and he's going to hit the Kelly. Probably going to hit the Kelly and keep the arm, and he tries to tilt Volker to his back, and wisely Wyatt Volker goes belly down. But again, just relentless pressure by the senior, Jamie.
Yeah, he's pretty smooth, and we've seen that many times from Paul Ryan over these last few years, and just so smooth when he goes. It's almost flawless, and I think we're going to get blood time now from Wyatt Volker. While he goes to the blood corner, it'll be his choice to start the second period, and our coverage today brought to you by the Palace, the Woodland Eye Clinic, Wapsie Insurance Services, Winthrop Locker, and Wolfcool Electric. We do have some results coming in from our other sectionals here today. In the Starmont sectional, we'll have 9 wrestlers qualify for district meets. And as of right now, 15 in the Cascade sectional, and Independence currently with 7. And with 1 wrestle back for the Mustangs as they're wrestling at Appleton Parkersburg today. So we'll go through all those results when we finish up here.
Yeah, that'll be Independence has had a great day, as the Wetzelder Hawks have had a great day, and all the area wrestlers putting forth a great effort today, so it'll be fun to catch them down the line. So Ryan will choose down. There's a nice lift and return. Paul Ryan came to a very, very nice stand-up, but it was a very nice lift and return by Volker, and that got the crowd a little bit excited. Another nice stand-up by Paul Ryan, and Volker's going to have to cut him loose. Now 3-0. So back to neutral we go. And Paul Ryan, very, very explosive. And it just shows what kind of athlete he is from Mount Vernon. Been around for a long time, and just does a whale of a job for Coach Light down there. I imagine there'll be a lot of people anxious to see him finally retire his singlet, Jamie.
I think you're probably right.
I don't know what his career record is, but I'll tell you what, a lot of good matches there. Nice low single right to the shoelaces. Wyatt Volker trying to counter, trying to get over the top. Paul Ryan going to try to come through the legs. Volker up over the top, drapes over the back of Paul Ryan, and try to roll him through. Volker on the top, and we're going to get a stalemate right there. Nice counter by the freshman. Paul Ryan was in deep on the shot. Volker quickly around the back and through the legs, and did not let Paul Ryan get his head out. Volker's going to drop down to one leg. It's 3-0 in favor of Paul Ryan with 28 seconds left to go in the second period. And Volker trying to work an elbow pass on the right side of Paul Ryan. Ryan with a hard collar tie, controlling the back of the head and the neck. Got a wild match in front of us, 8-6. Delgado from Benton Community over Webster from Center Point. Long shot attempted by Volker there, and underhook by Ryan is going to pull Volker back up out of the shot, and we'll go to neutral. We're going to go to the third period. I think it's going to be Wyatt Volker's choice. Volker's choice, he's going to go down. 3-0. Great match here by the freshman. Again, last week this was a semifinal. No, this was a final match, which Paul Ryan won 9-2.
And over here, Wyatt Volker, to guarantee himself a spot at the district meet, needs Webster to win that match, and Volker picks up a 1-point escape. It's now 3-1.
3-1. Back to neutral we go. Volker with an underhook, now an overhook. Now back to an underhook on the left side of Paul Ryan. Both wrestlers on their knees facing each other. Ankle pick attempt by Ryan. Nicely countered by Volker with very quick feet there. Minute and a half to go. Hard collar tie by Volker. Retie now by Ryan. Back to neutral we go. 1:22 and counting. 3-1. The senior from Mount Vernon leading. There's a long shot by Volker. Doesn't clear the hands of Ryan. And Ryan's going to block him off and push him away. Back to neutral we go. Stagger stance by Ryan. Square stance by Volker. Volker drops down to one knee. Ryan lunges at him. And Volker with the double underhooks pulls Ryan back up out of the shot. 59 seconds and counting. Well of a match going on right here between the freshman and the very experienced Paul Ryan from Mount Vernon, trying to keep that unblemished record intact here as he is 36-0 on his senior campaign. Paul Ryan will go to the blood corner as he's got a mat burn on his nose, and they're going to have to fix that.
Absolutely. So when we're finished with this round, as Roger said, they will have the fifth place matches. And during those fifth place matches, we will not have any area wrestlers. That'll be a good time for us to go through our other sectionals, and we will do that. And just go through our area qualifiers, or district qualifiers from those other sectionals here today. As again, sectionals in Cascade, Starmont, and Davenport Assumption with Anamosa and Monticello. And then APGC, where Independence is at today.
All right, Paul Ryan with some Vaseline on the bridge of the nose. And we're going back to middle. Wyatt Volker now with the wrist tape, with his fingers taped. Takedown's going to tie this thing up for Wyatt Volker if he can find a way to get it done here. Long shot by Volker, reshot by Ryan. Physical specimens right here. We got blood again by Volker.
And
by Ryan.
This match over here is tied up between Webster and Delgado. A 1-point escape for Webster. He leads it now 9-8 with 25 seconds left to go. There's Delgado in on a shot on Webster. Again, Volker needs Delgado to win Webster to win this match for no wrestle back. Now Webster's going to hip down and pick up a 2-point takedown. Should be a 2-point takedown, and Cole Webster's going to win this match. Going to make it. That's the final 11-8, the final score. So Wyatt Volker will be guaranteed a spot in the district meet.
So back to action we go. 31 seconds left, and Wyatt Volker got to pull the trigger here. But again, that's easier said than done here. As he just can't get close enough to the quick feet of Paul Ryan. Ryan dives back in on a single. 18 seconds left to go. Volker now trying to hit a go-behind on Ryan. Volker drapes over the top. He's got a near ankle picked up. Trying to hit a go-behind. Ryan's going to dive in between the legs of Wyatt Volker and elevate Volker up. Volker's going to hang on to both legs. Now the splits by Wyatt Volker, and that's going to do it right there. I think they're going to call it right there as Paul Ryan gets up off the mat, and he's
let's just get him to the blood corner, and there's 0.1 seconds left.
That's a good one right there. As I tell you what, two great athletes, Jamie Vasky, a very, very good senior, undefeated, ranked number 1 in the state, and you've got a very, very good freshman from West Delaware that takes the top-ranked senior 3-1. 3-2, now 3-1, and I tell you what, sky's the limit for Wyatt Volker.
Well, it certainly is, and like you said, you kind of said the teacher and the student here is Paul Ryan's been around high school wrestling a long time, and that's a family of wrestlers, and he's probably had some great battles in the living room during holidays, and they're going to. So for Wyatt Volker, he's learning some valuable lessons here wrestling. This is the third time that he's wrestled him, so learning some very valuable lessons here.
But what you're seeing out of the freshmen, Jamie, is no backing down at all. And that's the way all the freshmen in the lineup here have done is, they're stepping out on the mat, and they're just getting after it, and you just love to see that. We had a great match at 152 with Mangold and Betterton, and now you've got a great match up here at 170. We knew these two matches specifically would be outstanding, and they have both lived up to their billing, and we might see them next weekend again. So here you go with that. You got, not sure how much time's left. We got 0.1 seconds up on the clock, and we'll see. That's going to do it right there as Wyatt Volker gets after it for a tenth of a second right there. He gets a standing ovation for the Orange and Black faithful as Paul Ryan makes an escape and a 2-point takedown stand up for a 3-1 win there. So there you have it. We're going to move right back up to weight class 182, where we've got Jack Newhouse, the top seed, at now 33-3 on the year, taking on Joe Hunter from Mount Vernon. So Jack Newhouse should be favored here. I'm not sure that these two met last weekend. Hunter was eliminated in the tournament. Hunter was fourth, Jamie. He was beaten by Wasuskuk from South Tama by fall in the bronze medal match. I'll tell you what, there's a nice takedown by Jack Newhouse right there. Got out early on Hunter and did a nice job covering his hips. That was going to cut Hunter loose. Hunter's a senior at 18-13. So a nice hard collar tie by Jack Newhouse. And Hunter's going to go with a double underhook. And Newhouse is going to come out the back door there, back away from a long shot by Hunter. Front headlock attempt by Newhouse. Newhouse now with a 2-on-1 Russian. Got the right arm of Hunter tied up. And we'll see if he can score 2 out of it. Does not score 2 out of it. As Hunter backs out, gets the arm free. And Newhouse will switch sides with it. Newhouse going to drop in. Boy, got out of position just a little bit right there. And quickly recovered. As he tried to drop in on Hunter, and he got his head and chest way out of way, and there's a throw attempt by Newhouse. He's going to shuck Hunter by for another 2-point takedown. Now he's going to go to work on that inside wrist on the left side of Joe Hunter. Very physical is Jack Newhouse with that inside ride. There's a stand-up now by Hunter. Back trip by Newhouse will return him to the mat. And a 2-on-1 now is Newhouse up 4-1. Courtesy of 2 very, very nice takedowns. Double inside wrist now by Newhouse. And Hunter's going to try to roll one wrist out. Now a knee slide to a stand-up by Hunter. Back trip by Newhouse. And Newhouse with 7 seconds is going to score a 1-point escape.
Hunter does.
Yeah, excuse me. Hunter's going to score a 1-point escape. Sorry about that. You hate to see those points scored in short time, Jamie.
Yeah, and I think Newhouse was in that situation. He knew if he didn't return him, he was going to get warned for stalling and didn't want to do it, so he just cut him loose. But now you got to go. Hunter's going to go down to start this second period, so you got to go to work on top here if you're Jack Newhouse.
Well, he's tough on top. You know, he just loves to run that inside wrist. Now he's trying to set up a Turk on Hunter. He'll try to lift that inside leg up, which is his right leg, and step through. But Hunter's going to go belly down. Newhouse now over the top of both legs, right in parallel. He's going to have to get out to the outside here pretty quick. Imagine our referee will be talking to him pretty soon. Newhouse trying to shove the left elbow into a crossface. Hunter doing a nice job. Again, Mount Vernon, a nice job of scouting the West Delaware Hawks here, Jamie. They've balled up, and they've kept their hands in good position, and not giving the Hawks anything to work with. However, Newhouse now has an inside wrist rolled out. He's going to circle the head of Hunter. He's going to try to scoop that head. He's got an inside wrist out to a bar. He's got the left arm of Joe Hunter across his back and trying to go around his head. Now he switches sides, tries to throw a half Nelson in on Hunter. Hunter with the knee slide, and Newhouse is going to let him go. It's 4-3. So Joe Hunter finding a way to keep this match closed up here. And in the consolation match, it's a 4-1 Bryce Anstetter lead over Caleb Beats from Benton Community. There's a long shot by Newhouse. Single with his head to the outside. Hunter might hit a defensive takedown here as he tries to pick up the inside ankle of Jack Newhouse. Newhouse showing some strength here. He's going to drop in and cover the hips up of Hunter. Boy, Jack Newhouse showing some unbelievable strength right there as Hunter had him set up for a go-behind, and Newhouse dropped right back in and cut across to a double and picked up a very, very important 2-point takedown, making the score 6-3 with 5 seconds left to go in period number 2. So a great finish there, Jamie. That was a bad shot that he turned into a good takedown.
Yeah, and like you said, it was all strength of Jack Newhouse that got that takedown. So it'll be Jack's choice to start the third. He's going to go down. So opportunity here to build on that lead if you're Jack Newhouse.
And he's going to choose down, and boy, just on your cue, Jamie, hits a very, very nice switch. And I'm telling you what, you don't see that move a lot anymore, but Newhouse had it set up as Hunter tried to come with a tight waist on the whistle, got his hips out, and then scooped up that inside thigh and covered him up with a very, very nice switch. And now he's going right back to work on that left arm. Inside wrist, rolls it out to a bar. And Hunter doing a nice job with hand control. Might get stalling. Our referee's going to look for potentially dangerous as Newhouse is chest to chest. He's got Hunter stacked up. Looking for the fall is Jack Newhouse. As he's got Joe Hunter stacked up. He's going to step through. There's the fall. Jack Newhouse with the fall in 4:42. Jamie Vasky, 4:42. Newhouse pins his way through the tournament.
Yeah, great job there by Jack, coming out and getting that fall, like you said, and stacking him up. And just again, the strength of Jack Newhouse there. to stack him up and hold him there was just outstanding. So great job there by Jack Newhouse.
Well, you don't have to worry about a wrestle back there for Newhouse when you're a champ.
No, you don't. As in order for there to be a wrestle back now, it would need to be a Bryce Onstetter win to have a wrestle back at 182 pounds, and Onstetter currently leading that match 7, or is it 9-4?
Well, they only got 4-4 up on there. There must have been a 5-point move in there. I think they're trying to figure that out at the score table right now, Jamie. It's 7-4. So that would be Anstetter up 7-4. They got 7-7 now. So trying to get that figured out. We'll see if it's 7-6 now. So we got the coaches and everybody else out on the mat trying to get that figured out, and we'll see how they hunt that out. Jamie, what I was going to say about Jack Newhouse, he has quietly improved to 34-3. That's a very quiet 34-3. He just gets out there and goes about his business.
He does, and that's what all the Hawk coaching staff can ask for. So we'll take a short break while this match finishes up, and we'll be back with Jordan Brees at 195 pounds in the finals, taking on Kean Camerling of Mount Vernon. You're listening to West Delaware Postseason Wrestling from KNCH Sports.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4brown.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC is the go-to spot for all of your farm equipment and servicing needs. Established in 1937, your servicing dealer for farm and outdoor power consumer lines such as Bad Boy Power Mowers, Bush Hog, Woods, Dixon, Kohler engines, Big Dog mowers, and Dolmar chainsaws and weed whips, and specializing in Ellis Chalmers parts and service. Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC in Coggin, where the color of your equipment doesn't matter.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Moyle Rental Services has the equipment you need to get your jobs done, from skid loaders to high-reach forklifts, man lifts, and more. Stop by and speak with Jason at Moyle Rental Services on Rocky Ridge Road in Manchester.
You expect big hits on the field, but not on the road. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
Come to the Palace Saloon in Dyersville for great food, cold beverages, and friendly atmosphere while cheering on your favorite teams. The Palace Saloon in Dyersville wishes everyone in tournament action the best of luck. Go teams.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Wolf Cool Electric, your full-service electrical contractor with a wide range of services for residential, commercial, agricultural, and sales, installation, and service of solar and wind energy systems. Contact Wolf Cool Electric in Delhi today for a free estimate.
Put a little south in your mouth at Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth menu options. Dine in or call ahead for carry-out. Book them today to cater your next event. Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester.
Rivers Edge Construction wishes all the area athletes the best of luck in tournament action. If construction plans are in your future, call Lyle Palmer at 563-920-0046. Rivers Edge Construction can help you with your residential and commercial new construction and remodeling plans. Call Rivers Edge Construction in Manchester today.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Angela Weinkoff with Wapsie Insurance Services in Anamosa wish all area athletes the best of luck in tournament play. Just like the area coaches, Wapsie Insurance Services can come up with a plan for you.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
Anyone can win a game, but it takes a lot more to be a champion. It takes hard work, dedication, and teamwork. That's what the athletes and teams of the area bring to every game, and it's what Champion Seed does as well with its all-star dealer team. Don't just play to win. Plant champion. Finish stronger.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom and in the gym. Best of luck to all area athletes in tournament play from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio-video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
And welcome back into the Seedorf Gymnasium, along with in-studio producer Ashley Vick, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed back along with you. As we're up to 195 pounds, it's going to be Jordan Brees, the senior for the Hawks, taking on Kean Kammerling of Mount Vernon. Brees, a senior, 23-9 on the year. Kammerling, a sophomore at 22-13.
And Jamie, these two wrestled last weekend in the quarters, and Brees winning by a fall. So, like to see that repeated here today, if at all possible. There's a nice double leg shot by Brees in deep, and boy, just didn't quite get enough lift. Didn't quite get his hips underneath, but a nice sag by Kammerling as he got his hips down and away from Brees. A very, very nice double leg takedown. Very nice shot. And there's Brees in on a single now. Let's see if he can backtrip Kammerling. He does. That's a very, very nice shot right there.
You know what's coming.
Here comes a hard crossface, and Cameron's going to try to fight off that crossface. It's a hard crossface from right to left. Might be a butcher by Brees. No, it's a crossface cradle. He's got it locked up. Let's see if he can step over and through and turn Cameron to his back. He's got it locked up. It's hard to try to prevent that. It's just there's the fall. 133, Jamie Vasky. Jordan Brees will pin his way through the sectional. 133. He'll be your sectional champ. And that's the way you like to get it done if you're a senior.
Absolutely. Great job there by Jordan Brees. Like you said, just an outstanding effort, outstanding day for the Hawks senior. Getting it done, short amount of time, and qualifying for the district meet next Saturday. And great way to end that match there by Jordan Brees. He's so strong and deadly with that crossface cradle. While we've got a second, this third place match is going on. Let's take a look at our Class 1A Sectional 6 from Starmont. We'll start sneaking these district qualifiers in from our area kids. As we start in Class 1A Sectional 6, we'll just go through the district qualifiers here for the area wrestlers. At 106 pounds, Michael Kugel of Starmont will be a district qualifier as he finished second today to Garrett Funk of Don Bosco. At 120 pounds, we'll just do district qualifiers for all of them. Cody Brown of Don Bosco is your runner-up. Champion was Carter Littlefield of Jessup. 120 pounds, your champion was Daniel Kimball of Don Bosco. Runner-up in district qualifier, Dane Bergen from Edco. 126 pounds, your runner-up today was Bowen Munger of Starmont. Champion was Michael McClellan of Don Bosco. So Bowen Munger, a district qualifier. 132 pounds, champion was Easton Larson of Don Bosco. Runner-up was Jarrett Delagardelle of Jessup. 138 pounds, your champion was Cale Frost of Don Bosco. Runner-up Sean Wilwert of Central Elkader. 145 pounds, runner-up today was Parker Sternhagen of Maquoketa Valley. He's a district qualifier. Champion was Max Weddingle of Don Bosco. 152, your runner-up is Jordan Wegman of Edco, and the champion, Kate Tenold of Don Bosco, 160 pounds. Runner-up today was Spencer Amling of Edco, and your champion was Carson Tenold of Don Bosco, 170 pounds. Runner-up today was James Legasic of Maquoketa Valley. Champion was Cale Ronavardi of Don Bosco. So Legasic, a district qualifier. 182 pounds, champion Thomas Even of Don Bosco. Runner-up was Colton Lawrence of Clayton Ridge, 195 pounds. Your champion today was Bryce Shears of Don Bosco. Runner-up was Eric Kraft of Clayton Ridge at 220 pounds. 2 area qualifiers, Michael Feldman of Maquoketa Valley, your champion. Lewis Hamlet of Starmont, your runner-up. And at heavyweight, champion today was Noah Pittman of Don Bosco. And the runner-up was Matt Whittle of Central Elkader. Team scores from that sectional. Don Bosco is your champion with 309 points. Maquoketa Valley, a regional dual qualifier with a second place finish with 151. Edco third with 138. Starmont fourth with 112 points. Who won that match there, Roger?
That's Wahlert with a fall.
So Dubuque Wahlert with a fall there, so no wrestle back at 195 pounds. So we will move up to weight class 220 as Joe Ball with a fall. As Jordan Brees and Kean Kammerling will be your district qualifiers. As we're up to weight class 220, it'll be Ben Petlin. Ben Petlin up for the Hawks in the championship match, taking on Zach Crawford of Benton Community. Colton Crawford got second to Isaiah Weber today of Independence.
Ah, nice. Last week we had Crawford Zach on the mat, Jamie. This week we have Zach Crawford.
Yeah, so we were wrong last week.
Yes, and these two did wrestle last week. They wrestled in the consolation quarterfinals. Petlin winning with 11-1 major decision. So I'm sure he would take another one of those today. Petlin's going to drop in on a single, try to knee slide in on Crawford, and now he's going to backtrip Crawford. Oh, boy.
And real quick, Roger, the total number of district qualifiers from that Starmont sectional is 9 area wrestlers.
So they had a good day. You know, when you're looking at that, you know, when you throw Don Bosco in there, we were looking at that and wondering what would happen, and it looks like, you know, Starmont had a nice day with 3 freshmen, Jamie, as district qualifiers, so that's got to be a little bit of a surprise. So a good day by our area guys up there. Nice shot by Petlin, single, tried to back trip Crawford. Now he's going to step behind and back trip him. Will he get the 2 out of it? No, he will not get the 2 out of it as Crawford spun through and faced him. Now Petlin's going to drop in and double him, and he's going to drive Crawford to his back. He's got Zach Crawford on his back. Let's see if he can finish this. He goes up to a headlock finish. Let's see if he can get the fall here. 30 seconds. Now he's going to cinch up his headlock. He's got Crawford on his back. Could be a fall. Looking for the referee to slap the mat here.
Up.
Referee's back behind. Petlin's going to have to adjust. Might be a fall. Or there's the fall. 144, Jamie. The orange and black faithful to our left could see the fall many, many times. Our referee was going back and forth. That's a nice job. 144. So Ben Petlin will win by a fall right there, and he will pin his way through these sectionals with his second first period fall. So the junior from West Delaware improves to 23-13, and he's your sectional champion right here. So another outstanding job.
Absolutely. Great job there by Ben Petlin getting the job done there. As let's take a look at another sectional here, as we'll take a look at Class 2A sectional number 9. That is where the Independence Mustangs were at today. The Mustangs qualified 7 wrestlers to the district meet. As we take a look at 106 pounds, your champion was Lincoln Mellard of Union. Runner-up was Carter Koltoff of BCLUW. 113 pounds, we mentioned Isaiah Weber, a 3-1 win over Colton Crawford of Union in the finals. So Isaiah Weber, your champion, Crawford, your runner-up. 120 pounds, champion today was Taylor Koltoff of BCLUW. Your runner-up was Hunter Worthen of Union. 126, Lake Laban of Union is your champion. Runner-up, Jordan Newton of Waterloo Columbus. 132 pounds. Your champion today was Colby Willett of BCLUW. Runner-up was Stone Schmidt of Union. 138 pounds, Jack Thompson of Union, your champion. Your runner-up, Jace Peterson of Dike New Hartford. At 145 pounds, Brady Webb of Independence was your champion. Your runner-up was Briar Eulenhop of APGC. 152 pounds, champion today was Adam Aronson of Union. Runner-up was Matthew Doyle of Independence. 160, Cole Davis of Independence, your champion. Runner-up was Caleb Roach of Union. 170, Joe Preeb of Independence, your champion. Your runner-up was Aiden Walters of Dike New Hartford. 182, champion Owen Fuller of BCLUW. Your runner-up was Nathan Graves of Dike New Hartford. 195, Christian Kramer of Independence, your champion. Runner-up was Zach Starbuck of Dike New Hartford. Roger, go ahead.
Well, Jamie, we've got Carson Petlin out on the mat, and he just hit a very nice slide-by on Chris King from Vinton Schellsburg. And we did not see King last week at 285, but we saw him at weight class 220, and he was a seventh-place finisher in the Walmack, and it looks like the Vinton Schellsburg coaches rolling the dice here and moving their guy up to 285, and so far it's worked as he upset Derek Bisick from Center Point Urbana in the semifinals, and that punch is ticket to the finals here to take on Carson Petlin. Petlin on top with an inside wrist now. Petlin's probably got 75 to 85 pounds on the much smaller Chris King here. So Petlin's making that weight advantage count for him right here as he's up on top, right in an inside wrist. He's got that butcher. I'd like to see him circle the head with that butcher, and King will go right to his back. He's trying to lift up his left leg and step through on a Turk, but he's got the butcher set up. And now he's going to circle his head. Now he's going to scoop the arm. He's got King on his back. Could be a fall here for Carson Petlin as he's got King on his back. That's got to be the fall. There's the fall right there at 113, Jamie Vasky. Carson Petlin will pin his way through with a fall in 113. So he will join baby brother Ben there at...
Big brother.
Yeah, big brother. I call him baby besides. Yeah, there. But he'll join big brother Ben as a sectional champ there and pinning his way through it. That's his second fall. That's his second fall of the day here. So an outstanding job here by the Petlin brothers as well as the West Delaware Hawks. We have one wrestleback in Stabley Mowry. They're going to wrestle all the fifth-place matches. Then they're going to start the fifth-place matches. So we'll see what happens here. And we're still waiting on this 285, this last 285-pound match to finish right here, where you got Derek Bisick from Center Point Urbana taking on Merrick Dixon from Wahlert. So while that match is finishing, Jamie, you're going to finish your recap on our area wrestlers.
I am. As back to, we mentioned Christian Kramer of Independence, your sectional champ. Zach Starbuck of Dike New Hartford, your runner-up. 220, your champion was Lane Albertson of Union. Runner-up was Daniel Graves of Dike New Hartford. And at heavyweight, your champion today, Drew Evans of Independence. Your runner-up was Jacob Lure, of Dike New Hartford. Team scores from that one. Union, your sectional champion with 247.5 points. Your runner-up was Independence. They'll be in a regional duel. I would not be surprised if we still get the West Delaware versus Independence dual meet here on Tuesday night, but we'll see where they send everybody. Independence with 240 that finishes in second place, as that was Dixon with the win.
That was Derek Bisick from Center Point Urbana winning by a fall.
So what?
He was upset because he got upset by a 220-pounder in the semis.
Oh, and he was not happy because...
He was not a happy camper, Jamie.
Because he didn't get a wrestle back.
Yes, indeed.
Gotcha. So Bisick with the fall, so no wrestle back at heavyweight, as you mentioned. So I will take a look here as some of these other... few of these other ones still not concluded, and there's wrestlebacks in some of our other area. Some of our other area sectionals have wrestlebacks, so we will take a look at that as we're going to wrestle our 5th place matches here, and then we'll come back. We have 4 wrestlebacks here today that we will have. We will only have one that we're covering, and that will be Stavely Mowry for the Hawks, as we will take a look and see if they are finished in the Class 1A sectional number 5. They are wrestling second. They are doing wrestlebacks, so they're about done. So let's go through that here real quick, as they only have one wrestleback to go at. So we'll start the sectional at Cascade at 106 pounds. Your champion today was Damon Houston of Midland. Runner-up, Jameis Wilson of Alburnett, 113 pounds. Champion today was Aiden Noonan of Cascade. Your runner-up, Cade Cook of North Lynn, 120 pounds. Runner-up today was Connor Grover of Beckman. Champion was Zach Rader of Bellevue, 126 pounds. Your runner-up today was Curtis Schott of North Lynn, and the champion was Griffin Gravel of Midland, 132 pounds. Champion today was Heath Moyer, your runner-up of North Lynn. Your runner-up was Nolan Noonan of Cascade, 138 pounds. 2 area district qualifiers there. Grant Hager of Beckman is your champion. Connor Conlon of Cascade is your runner-up, 145 pounds. The champion today was TJ Lau of East Buchanan. Runner-up was Mason Recker of Beckman, 152 pounds. Your champion was Brady Henderson of North Lynn. Runner-up was Jacob Waller of Bellevue at 160 pounds. Your runner-up today, Owen Hunegarth, the number 4 seed, qualifies for districts and gets in as the second runner-up and will qualify for districts. Champion today was Hunter Clausen of Bellevue, 170 pounds. Runner-up today was Zach Reese of Cascade. Your champion was Mason Wickman of Alburnett at 182 pounds. The champion today was Quentin Reckemer of North Lynn. Runner-up, Noah Neophotis of Alburnett, 195 pounds. Your champion was Owen Grover of Beckman. Runner-up, Kanan Morris of Alburnett, 220 pounds. They're doing that wrestleback right now. Your champion, Brett Schoner of Midland. Luke Recker of East Buchanan, and Colby Morris of Alburnett in a wrestleback right now. And at heavyweight, your champion was Taylor Fox of East Buchanan. Runner-up was Niall Coughlin of Central City. Let's take a look and see if they have not started that wrestleback yet between Luke Recker and Colby Morris, as that one's probably currently on time restraints. So we will team scores of that one at the moment. Beckman leading it with 174 points. Alburnett currently second with 171. North Lynn in third with 145.5. East Buchanan fourth with 134.5, and Cascade is fifth with 116. So Beckman will be a regional dual qualifier in Class 1A, and there's one of our officials from the Starmont sectional today. Ben Marshall, a West Delaware graduate, was an official up there, along with Pat Loughran and Bob Murphy. So Ben Marshall here from that Starmont sectional. As Ben, as we mentioned, a 2005 West Delaware grad, will be officiating at the state duels this year, and that can only mean good things for next year and a possible trip to the traditional state meet. So let's take a look. We just have one more, I believe, to update. Of course, we've got the Luke Recker's wrestleback match, but we also have Class 2A sectional number 13. And Roger, a lot of area kids qualifying from that Cascade sectional today.
Well, they did, and you know that was going to be a very competitive sectional. There wasn't a team in there that was going to run away with it, and a lot of balance, a lot of parity at that sectional, and that's what you saw right there and the close team scores, no team over 200 points, which, usually if you win a sectional, you're going to score over 200 points. No team over 200 points, and a lot of teams grouped in, 174 to 150 to 130. So, when you got 35 points separating 4 or 5 teams, it's a very competitive sectional, and that's what we've seen in the results there with with our area wrestlers doing a very, very good job there.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at sectional number 3 at Davenport Assumption today. That is the district that this one will meet up with, or the sectional that this sectional will meet up with. So we do have first round matches set up for most of them. Of course, there are some wrestlebacks yet. We have 4 wrestlebacks here yet, so we do have first round matches. At 106 pounds, your champion in Davenport Assumption was Keaton Zymet of Central DeWitt. Your runner-up was Ethan Forker of Davenport Assumption. So Blake Ingles' first-round opponent next Saturday will be Ethan Forker of Davenport Assumption. 113 pounds, your champion was Robert Howard of Central DeWitt. Runner-up was Owen Ray of Monticello as he won a wrestleback to qualify for district. 120 pounds. Champion today was TJ Fitzpatrick of Davenport Assumption. Your runner-up was Ben Vogel of Comanche. 126 pounds, Kane Lunsman, your champion from Monticello. Runner-up was Eric Kincaid of Comanche. As, of course, if Stavely Mowry can win this wrestleback here, he will take on Kane Lunsman of Monticello in the first round next Saturday at DeWitt. 132 pounds. Champion today was Jacob Felderman of Davenport Assumption. Your runner-up was Brennan Kramer of Comanche. So Ryan Phillips' first-round opponent next Saturday will be Brennan Kramer of Comanche. 138 pounds. Your champion was Mitchell Engelbart of Anamosa as he pinned Carter Donovan of Central DeWitt in the finals. So Mitchell Engelbart and Jaden Payton will meet up in the first round next Saturday. 145 pounds, your champion was Chase Lunsman of Monticello. Runner-up was Adam Lobenthal of Davenport Assumption. So Cale Meyer will take on Adam Lobenthal of Davenport Assumption in the first round. Next Saturday, Chase Lunsman will take on Mitchell Luwaji of Mount Vernon. At 152 pounds, your champion was Cade Everson of Comanche. Your runner-up was Evan Forker of Davenport Assumption. So Mitchell Mangold's first-round opponent next Saturday will be Cade Everson of Comanche. 160 pounds. Champion was Baylor Krieger of Comanche. Your runner-up was Nathan Keating of Anamosa. So that means Jared Voss's first-round opponent next Saturday will be Baylor Krieger of Comanche. And Keating will take on, Nathan Keating of Anamosa will take on Connor Dean of Dubuque-Wahlert. 170 pounds. Champion was Eric Campy of Comanche. The runner-up was Logan Szymanski of Davenport Assumption. So Wyatt Volker in the first round next Saturday will take on Eric Campy of Comanche. 182 pounds. Your champion was Abe Mickle of Makokata. Runner-up was Cole Kreinbring of Davenport Assumption. So Jack Newhouse will take on Cole Kreinbring of Davenport Assumption in the first round next Saturday. 195 pounds. Champion today was Julian Broderson of Davenport Assumption. Runner-up is going to be a wrestleback between Mitchell Machowski of Central DeWitt and Liam Onan of Makokata. 220 pounds. Your champion today was Blake Stahlberg of Monticello, as Stahlberg defeated Seth Adrian of Davenport Assumption. So Ben Petlin's first round match next Saturday will be Seth Adrian of Davenport Assumption. And at heavyweight, your champion was Taven Rich of Makokata. Runner-up, Connor Anderson of Anamosa. So Carson Petlin's first round matchup next Saturday will be against Connor Anderson of Anamosa, as we were, I think, was it 195? We were going to try to get Jordan Breese's first-round matchup next Saturday. It will be Liam Onan. It will be Liam Onan of Maquoketa will be Jordan Breese's first-round opponent next Saturday. And final team scores. Davenport Assumption was your champion, 241 points. Comanche was second with 181.5. DeWitt third with 159. Monticello Monticello was fourth with 142. Anamosa fifth with 133.5. Maquoketa sixth with 133 points. Let's see if they had finished up Luke Recker's match yet. That was sectional number 5. Luke Recker was in a wrestleback. As again, they were waiting on time for time restraint there with Luke Recker in his wrestleback match, and it is underway. And Luke Recker currently leading Colby Morris of Alburnett by a score of 2-0. We have 4 wrestleback matches here. Only one that we will cover on the air is it'll be Stavely Mowry at 126 pounds. Mowry will be taking on Wyatt Bishke of Benton Community. We'll take a short break and come back with that match right after this. You're listening to the West Delaware postseason wrestling from KMCH Sports.
Barron Motor Supply is proud to support all area athletes and coaches. They appreciate all the hard work and dedication in and out of the classroom. Good luck from Barron Motor Supply in Manchester, your auto parts professional since 1930.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood would like to congratulate Al Bushaw on his retirement after many years in the parts department and welcomes Gene Miller to the staff. The parts open house is coming March 11th through the 15th at Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Food always tastes better when made by the fireside. Stop in before or after the game and enjoy some appetizers, a sandwich, or one of their delicious pizzas. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, a warm and comfortable atmosphere in Manchester.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Fetlin today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
Edgewood Oil Incorporated carries all major brands of lubricants and case oils. They carry a full line of industrial oil products, aviation oils, and antifreeze, XL brand lubricants, quality oil priced right. Edgewood Oil also carries methanol, mineral spirit, and washer fluid, and are a direct distributor of Camco brand lubricants. Edgewood Oil Incorporated in Manchester, open Monday through Saturday.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
The City of Manchester would like to wish all area athletes, teams, and coaches the best of luck in tournament play as they understand all the hard work it takes for a winning season. Good luck from all the employees, elected officials, and Mayor Milt with the City of Manchester.
Belichick's Landing, downtown Delhi, open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib, and enjoy breakfast every Sunday from 9 to noon. Belichick's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Beaton Bender Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beaton Bender Manufacturing in Coggan is proud to support all area athletes and the coaching staff.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Heiberger Insurance in Epworth and Heritage Mutual Insurance handle a variety of insurance products serving Dubuque and surrounding eastern Iowa counties. Working together with neighbors, helping neighbors remains their focus. You can rely on Heiberger Insurance of Epworth and Heritage Mutual for all of your property and liability insurance needs.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Home Indeed and Independence is the go-to spot for all your remodeling needs. Whether from the ground up, an addition, or a kitchen remodel, they are your complete solution center, helping you make every day extraordinary. Stop in their beautiful showroom today. Home Indeed and Independence is proud to support their area athletes.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
When time isn't on your side, pick up some Godfather's Pizza at Quick and Handy. Try their new large slice and diced pepperoni with 3 different cuts of pepperoni for just $13. Add an order of large cheese sticks for just $2. Quick and Handy at the intersection of 13 and 20 in Manchester and at their other convenient locations in Epworth, Cascade, and Lamont.
Back into the Seedorf Gymnasium. Wrestlebacks underway right now at 106 pounds as we do a quick recap of our matchups here today. We might not have time for a recap as Arnie Galvin fighting off his back. He's going to get off, but we started 106 pounds as Blake Engel of West Delaware is your sectional champion as he defeated Arnie Galvin of Mount Vernon 5-2. Arnie Galvin and Dylan Digman of Dubuque-Wahlert wrestling right now for second place. 113 pounds today. Luke Farmer of West Delaware finishes in third place. Runner-up was Lincoln Holub of Mount Vernon. Your champion Cole Whitehead of CPU. 120 pounds, Evan Woods of West Delaware finished in third place today. Your runner-up Ryan Clark of Mount Vernon. Your champion Caleb Beasley of Center Point Urbana. 126 pounds, we're going to have Dave Lee Mowry wrestling in a wrestleback here at 126 pounds as he was beaten in the semifinals to Keegan Sheeler of CPU. Mowry then beat Brady Ortner of Vinton Shellsburg to get into this wrestleback. He'll take on Wyatt Bishke of Benton Community. At 132 pounds, Ryan Phillips of West Delaware is your sectional champion as he won 5-1 over Brock Radeke of Vinton Shellsburg. Radeke will wrestle in a wrestleback against Jimmy McDermott of Wahlert. 138 pounds. Your runner-up today was Jaden Payton of West Delaware. Your champion Luke Radeke of Vinton Shellsburg. 145 pounds. Cale Meyer of West Delaware, your sectional champion, as he won by fall over Mitchell Luwaji of Mount Vernon in the finals, as Luwaji, your runner-up. 152 pounds. Runner-up today was Mitchell Mangold of West Delaware, as Mangold was beaten in the finals by Scott Betterton of Vinton Shellsburg 3-2. Same score as the semifinals last week in the WAMAC tournament. Mangold, your runner-up. Betterton, the champion at 152. 162 pounds, runner-up today, Jared Voss of West Delaware, beaten 11-9 in the finals by Connor Dean of Dubuque-Wahlert. 170 pounds, runner-up today, Wyatt Volker of West Delaware. Volker losing 3-1 in the finals to top-ranked Paul Ryan of Mount Vernon. 182 pounds, your champion today, Jack Newhouse of West Delaware, as they will have a wrestleback at 182 between Joe Hunter of Mount Vernon and Bryce Onstetter of Dubuque-Wahlert. 195, Jordan Brees of West Delaware, your sectional champ, as he won by fall over Kean Kammerling of Mount Vernon in the finals. Kammerling, no wrestleback, is the sectional runner-up. 220 pounds, Ben Petlin of West Delaware, your sectional champion, as he won by fall in the finals over Zach Crawford of Benton Community. So Petlin, your champ, Crawford, your runner-up. At heavyweight, Carson Petlin, your sectional champion, as he also won by fall in the finals over Chris King of Vinton-Shellsburg. King, by rule, is your sectional runner-up. So we do have a final with Luke Recker of East Buchanan. He was victorious in his wrestleback in the Cascade sectional as he won by fall in that match in his wrestleback over Colby Morris of Alburnett in 4 minutes and 56 seconds. So that sectional qualified 17 wrestlers to the district meet, which will meet up with the Starmont sectional, which our area qualified 9 wrestlers. So 26 area wrestlers in that section or in that district meet next Saturday. And that being held at Jessup. Independence, as we mentioned, qualifying 7 wrestlers to the district meet as they will host districts next Saturday in Independence. And again, this sectional here with West Delaware will meet up with that sectional number 3 held at Davenport Assumption today. I don't remember, Roger, were there any wrestlebacks that included area wrestlers in that, or they were done, weren't they?
They were all done.
They were done. So we, again, West Delaware currently has 11 wrestlers qualified for the district meet. If Stavely Mowry has a chance to make it 12, if he can win this wrestleback coming up here just shortly. As our wrestleback at 106, currently 8-6 lead for Arnie Galvin of Mount Vernon. And Roger, you go all season getting to this point, the postseason, and I tell you what, you and I both love it when it gets here, and it's just outstanding wrestling. You get to see the kids leave everything on the mat.
Well, they do. You know, it's exciting times. You know, but you hate to see. You know, especially in a wrestleback, you hate to see somebody lose, but that's the nature of the beast of right now, and you know, it makes for real happy times, and it makes for pretty sad times. But that's wrestling during tournament time. So fun to be here, fun to watch the emotions, and it's just a great time of the year to be a fan of wrestling. So we're going to start this wrestleback right now between Stavely Mowry. This is at weight class 126, and this is going to be nip and tuck here. You got Wyatt Bischke. He's a junior at 31 and 11, and he was your top seed, and he's taking on Stavely Mowry, who's the number 2 seed. Keegan Sheeler from Center Point Urbana upset both of them on the way to his final. So this could be a very, very interesting match between these two. And I don't think they met at the WAMAC last week. We'll check that very quickly.
No. As Bischke was on top.
Yes. So there's a nice low shot by Mowry. He's in deep. Let's see if he can finish it. He's going to step behind Bischke. Hard whizzer by Bischke. Bischke steps over the whizzer. Mowry's going to have Bischke on his back. As Bischke steps over the whizzer, Mowry's going to try to tee out and hold the junior on his back, and he's going to pick up 2 for the takedown and 2 for the near fall as the junior from Benton Community steps over the whizzer. And I'll tell you what, Johnny on the spot, Stavely Mowry, did a great job of keeping his hips high, Jamie, and Bischke had nowhere to go but to his back.
Exactly, and you know that you mentioned the words cardinal sin before. That's another one. You never step over a whizzer, and Wyatt Bischke, he found out the hard way right there why you don't step over a whizzer.
Well, Stavely Mowry has been outstanding in these close matches during the course of the year, and he's going to try to tilt Bischke. He's got Bischke tilted on the edge of the mat, and Bischke's going to wiggle his way off. Not going to get any back points off of it, but Mowry's in a great position right now with the ball and chain. And once again, we talked about how hard it is. Stavely Mowry coming off a very good 10-0 win over Brady Ortner from Vinton-Shellsburg. He's coming off a win, and Wyatt Bischke coming off that hard loss. Actually, it was a 12-6 loss to Sheeler. So you got somebody feeling really good in Mowry and somebody not feeling good in Bieschke. Now Bieschke's down 4-0.
And, you know, one thing I'd like to see Stavely do a better job of is we saw it in that match that he wrestled earlier in the day against Sheeler. He kept trying to go to that standing tilt where he's locking it up on their feet, and you're pulling your opponent over top of yourself. If you're going to do that, you've got to hit it right now when you get to your feet. He's trying to do it again here, but if you're going to hit it, you got to be so quick, because we saw him earlier when he was wrestling Sheeler. Sheeler had time to plan himself, get himself set, and come on top of Mowry, and he just got away with it there against Bieschke there in that first period, but they were on the edge of the match. So he's got to do a better job when he gets in there. You got to hit it right now.
Well, yeah, exactly right, Jamie. And a big part of that is keeping hips tight. And if you give your opponent, if your opponent gets any space at all, you're going to usually have some trouble there. So Mowry did a nice job with that front trip and bringing Bieschke back down to the mat. And we've seen Stavely Mowry in this position all during the year, being very tough. He's up 4-0, and he's very tough on top riding. And what I like about Stavely is he does a nice job of going side to side, and he's looking for some openings. Knee slide attempt by Bieschke to a stand-up, and Mowry does a nice job of controlling hips. Now he's going to drive Bieschke off the edge of the mat. So we'll go back down to neutral, back to the middle of the mat with Bieschke down 59 seconds. Coach T.J. Murphy not very happy with his wrestler as of right now. He wants a little bit more quickness. I think he drops down on a single. Nice job by Mowry. Drops down on a low single. He's going to have to elevate. Bieschke's got his weight on top. Mowry's got a whizzer, same position as they were before. We'll see. There's a throw attempt by Bieschke, and Mowry's going to sag his hips and counter nicely there as Bieschke had an overhook in the head of Stavely Mowry, and Mowry did a nice job sagging, and that's just a great job of feeling pressure by the sophomore from West Delaware who won his 20th match of the season, 21st and 22nd, 20th and 21st matches of the season here, so having a good day. Again, he's ridden out Bieschke this whole period. He's got a ball and chain locked up right now, looking for a tilt. Bieschke's rolling back and forth, and we're going to get stalling against Bieschke underneath as Mowry's trying to tilt him 7 seconds away. It's going to be Mowry's choice to start the third period, and Stavely Mowry's put on a technique camp here for riding people, and is going to go neutral.
Yeah, great second period there. You know, Bieschke chose down to start that second period, and I think he was kind of in this what we've seen before, where you're going down to try to get a point and score a point, but Stavely did such a great job of riding him out there in that entire second period and was working the whole time. He wasn't stalling on top. He kept working different pinning combinations the whole time.
I was surprised he didn't take back up to start the third, but both Coach Lenz and Coach Litter in the corner said they want Stavely Mowry back up on his feet, and he's up 4-0. And, Jamie, you just got to stay in great position right here. Bieschke's been warned for stalling. Now Mowry drops in on a single, and it's going to be a go-behind by Bieschke, and Bieschke's going to let him up. Now Bieschke's going to try a drive cradle on Mowry. He tried to cut Mowry loose and then drop right back in on a drive cradle, and Mowry doing a great job sagging as Bieschke had to drop in on a single to his left side. Now a nice whizzer by Mowry as he's sagging on Bieschke. Now Mowry went over the top of Bieschke. He's crowding Bieschke. He might pick up a 2-point reversal here.
And I think Bieschke thought that he gave up the escape, but the official never awarded it. Now, like you said, I think Mowry's he's got a cradle locked up. That's 2.
That's a 2-point reversal right there by Stavely Mowry. He goes up 6-2 right now with 45 seconds left to go. And Mowry is doing a great job on top. He's stepping over the left ankle of Wyatt Bieschke, and he's got a tight waist on now. Inside wrist, tight waist by Mowry, 33 seconds. He pops sides, goes from the left to the right, and working on hand control. Bieschke has no answer for the tough ride of Stavely Mowry. 24 seconds left to go here. Mowry now with an inside wrist. Actually, he's got a cross wrist. He's got the left wrist of Wyatt Bieschke trapped underneath. Bieschke, no movement from underneath. 13 seconds left to go. Tight waist by Mowry, 10 seconds left to go. Stavely Mowry is going to win this wrestle back. Jamie Vasky as the number 2 seed. He's going to finish 2 here with an outstanding win, 6-3, and he wins the wrestle back, and he'll be your district qualifier. 6-2. Mowry takes a peek up to the stands. Orange and Black faithful on their feet, And I'll tell you what a win and what a match.
That was, and that makes number 12 for the Hawks as 12 district qualifiers for West Delaware. As what a day. Nice job there by Stavely Mowry. Seated second, got second. Bishke was seated first, got third. And the number 3 seed, Keegan Sheeler, won the thing. So that makes a total of 52 area wrestlers that qualified for districts today. So an outstanding day. West Delaware, of course, winning this sectional here today as they finished with 280 points. Mount Vernon second with 183. Center Pointer Band at third with 146.5. Wahlert fourth with 131. Benton Shellsburg fifth with 126.5. And Benton Community sixth with 98 points. Well, Roger, no more wrestlebacks for us. There are still 2 more, but no area wrestlers in the wrestlebacks here. But what a day for the West Delaware wrestlers and our area wrestlers as it's postseason time.
Well, exactly right. And we knew coming in that West Delaware would be highly favored. The question was, how many champs would they have? How many district qualifiers would they have? And, you know, there's a lot of people throwing around different numbers. And, to get 12 through, that's unbelievable. And the other 2 wrestlers were third. You have all 14 of your wrestlers in the top 3, and that's an unbelievable day. And Coach Voss, again, on the show this morning, Coach's show this morning, he said the guys, he knew that they would respond very, very well. That 4 days off, this week, all of them on their own, basically individual practices, but they got together yesterday, had a great practice last night, and Coach Voss said they're ready to go. And, I think he knows his team pretty well.
I think so, too. Well, that is going to do it for our coverage here from the wrestling mats. In about an hour, they're going to clear the last mat off, and they're going to have basketball here as John Swisher, Matt Weiss will have the call of West Delaware hosting Mount Vernon here inside the Seedorf Gymnasium, so stay tuned for that. As always nice when we get to leave our equipment set up and don't have to tear it down, as Swish and Weiss will have that for you coming up here. And then next week for Roger and me, we will have regional duels Tuesday night right here in the Seedorf Gymnasium. 2 semifinals and then a final duel. We'll have it for you right here on KMCH starting at 6 o'clock. And then Wednesday night, it'll be Western Dubuque hosting a regional duel as they will host the winner of, there will be one semifinal between Iowa City High and Cedar Rapids Prairie starting at 6 o'clock. Western Dubuque will wrestle the winner of that one immediately following. So we'll have that one for you as well. And then, of course, next Saturday, we've got district wrestling. So it's that time of year, fast and furious. And then we're 2 weeks away from the state finals.
Yeah, 2 weeks from right now, Jamie, we'll be thinking about getting our equipment set up and an hour away from the Grand March, and it's just an exciting time. And you think about that, we always say once the Benton Community Tournament hits, the rest of the season is like a snowball that won't stop rolling. It just comes, every Saturday comes a little bit quicker, and postseason is here. And like I said, to be a wrestling fan in Iowa, there's no better thing this time of year to be a wrestling fan in Iowa, to see some great wrestling, to see some kids lay it out on the line, to see all kinds of emotions, fans, parents, cheerleaders, and of course the wrestlers on the mat. And it's just a great opportunity for us to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us. I want to thank the sponsors of postseason athletics here on KMCH. Without them, we would not be able to bring you the long list of postseason athletics we're going to have coming your way here in the next month or so here on KMCH, as we encourage you to please get out there, support those local sponsors that allow us to bring you this wrestling coverage and then basketball in the next few weeks as well. I want to thank Ashley Vick for running the board for us this afternoon. Appreciate all of her help. And most of all, thank you, the listeners, for tuning in to the sectional wrestling coverage. For Roger Reed, I'm Jamie Vaskey saying so long from the Seedorf Gymnasium, where you've been listening to Class 2A Sectional 4 Wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Eastern Iowa's variety station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.